Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's at but at work and between class, while you're driving slow or running fast, welcome to the CharlieGtv Podcast. And we have a great show lined up here for you today. It is November 12th, and it is the weather is getting cold as fuck, honestly. You know what I mean? It has like some days where it's just bearable, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But it's getting cold a lot of times. You know what I mean? Welcome everybody on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. You know we coming out every week doing our thing. Pardon the hoodie today, because like I said, it's getting cold. My room was cold as fuck. You know what I mean? But don't worry, because I ordered the very first CharlieGtv hoodie, and I should have it on next episode. So don't worry about it. And yeah. Introducing our guest we have today, friend of the show, longtime friend, coming back for a little visit. It is Mr. Rainy Days. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good to be back.
Yeah.
So I guess we did out with the working out and sitting on your ass.
No, so even though this is only like my third or fourth time doing it, what I've turned the intro into is and I'll still say the OG one every once in a while, is like sort of like a freestyle, like a couple bars freestyle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then trying to end it with welcome to the CharlieGtv podcast. So I might be like, whether you
Keeping the jingle, but you throwing in some salt and pepper into the mix.
yeah, yeah,
Seasoning, a little seasoning.
yeah, to make it a changing thing of forever. You never know what's happening, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna get some hate for saying that salt and pepper is seasoning. I know that's
Oh
some
my
white
god.
people shit.
Salt and pepper is seasoning, all right.
Barely.
It's
It's
vital.
it's a
It's vital.
requirement.
Now, is it the only thing you need? Unless you're cooking really good steak, then no. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, anybody that seasons like a quality steak, you're crazy. You're
yeah.
absolutely out of your mind. But
Really,
then
really,
if you
really good
need to,
steak.
it's not a quality steak.
Exactly, exactly. Really, really good steak. You don't need like salt and pepper, and at most maybe cook it with some onions if you want. You know what I mean? But other than that, it doesn't really need much. You know what I'm saying? It's the quality of the meat itself is good. Is going to be bringing a lot of flavor. But yeah. Um, you already know how we do. We start every week. We'll watch this week, and I wanted to start with this device here. Let's watch this video real quick because I don't know how real it is. You know what I mean? But it was intriguing, none to say the least. You know what I'm saying? So, former Apple designers launch AI pen to replace smartphones. So watch this Black Mirror shit and tell me how you feel about it. But what does it say? The pin worn on the lapel enables voice-controlled calls, text, and information lookup, featuring a laser display on the palm. It operates only when engaged and requires a $24 monthly data subscription to T-Mobile.
Man, T-Mobile, come on, dog.
So
What is this sidekick era shit? Come on
this is
now.
making it sound like this is a thing that actually exists. Like it's like it exists. I thought it was just like a concept thing, but I
Well, you got to
mean,
check the comments.
yeah. But first, before we get into the comments, let's watch the video.
Isn't life
Life is
about what we
becoming a Black
experience,
Mirror episode.
what we smell,
Can I eat this?
Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar.
what we hear,
Hey, what should I get here?
我在这里该点什么呢？
what we see,
Oh. Capture this. Sweetie.
and what we feel? What if we build more memories,
What are some fun things to do nearby?
share more moments,
Can we play songs from the last time we were here?
what would happen if we rediscover our senses? What if devices weren't the experience?
Catch me up.
Lucy called and your flight is at 7 a.m.
Tell Lucy I'm on my way.
What if life was?
AI pin.
AI. All right.
You know,
So
I'm gonna just say, man, if AI wasn't so scary, I'd be all about that shit. I'd throw my phone in the water right now.
yeah, Yeah, so it's like a very minimal device, but still provides almost all the utility of a cell phone, but stays a bit out the way and doesn't allow like as
I
much
mean, honestly, the more that I think about it, bro, iPhones are like that too. They already collect so much data from you and shit. Like, I might as well kind of want to just hop on that bandwagon right away, second that shit drop.
what that the pin. So you a fan of the pin?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fire. I can't lie. I mean,
I could,
I'm getting very tired of holding a big chunk of metal in my hand,
yeah, yeah,
And the only downside to that device, which honestly is something that I'm trying to get away from, is that you can't like watch YouTube and stuff like on your phone, you know? You can't like use it as like a full blown computer. Like you can go like, manually type things in on the internet and stuff like
yeah,
that. And,
yeah.
can't watch no fucking Pornhub on your fucking AI pin. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no,
but
no.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get not specifically the Pornhub thing, but yeah, I'm trying to get away from using my phone for other things, like, not phone things. Like,
Yeah,
for example, going out and I'm in like the grocery store or something and I'm like online and I'm swiping through Instagram reels. Like nobody should be doing that, Like what happened to like talking to the guy in front of you? Now, New York is really a problem with that stuff because when I was on the road trip, like I didn't like have a problem with talking to anybody. Well, first
yeah,
of all, you're not from there, so you just don't really care. You just
yeah,
talk, kind of open up conversation with anybody without fear. But people are just they don't want to talk in New York and in most big cities. People are just kind of trying to stay to themselves. They're too
yeah,
busy. They're in the rat race.
yeah,
But they have enough time to look down at their phone and swipe through reels because there's no consequence. There's no time limit. When you got to go, you just stop looking. But
yeah.
there's just so much like unnecessary stimulation with that stuff that it needs to be taken out of society. Like way too many people are on their phones all day doing things other than calling and texting. Playing games, looking at TikToks,
Yeah,
Instagram scrolling all over social media. Like that AI pin kind of gives you all the necessary things that you would actually need the phone for, like looking things
exactly.
up and making calls and texts and stuff like that. And
The
even
only
like,
thing,
go ahead.
the thing I'll say is that I see how it says former Apple designers. So with that in mind, that just makes me think in my head, well, what if Apple made a device like this? Now, when you
Right.
do that, then you got to consider the best thing about Apple, which is the ecosystem. Now you could think about how the functionality
Integrates with everything.
could be spread out between the watch and the earbuds, you know what I mean? And now with the AI pin on the chest.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, like definitely felt something different when I switched over to the Apple Watch for a while. Like
I finally got one of these hoes, man. Finally.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I had the Apple Watch like 3, and that shit still bust. Like I
got the SE. I didn't get no Ultra. I didn't even get the regular one. I got
because
the
there's no
SE.
point if you look at some of the review videos. There's no point after a certain model of like going any higher. You're just getting like minimal things and what. Anyway,
I'm still
I
gonna get the Ultra eventually, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get the Ultra eventually.
well, you get it when it's like not expensive anymore,
Yeah.
but so like anyway, I was using the Apple Watch and I felt the convenience, man. Like I did have to pay like $10 extra on my cell phone bill
That's
a
the thing
month.
I didn't do. I didn't get no cellular on this.
See,
Although I imagine it will make it even better.
I got the cellular because I wanted to get away from the phone, like that was my thing at the time. Like I'm still on that bandwagon. It's fucking hard, like you do feel obsolete when you don't have a smartphone, like there's just like you have the world in your hand when you have a smartphone.
You
can
do.
look up fucking anything at any time. It's very like futuristic shit.
And
But
the
if they were able
information
to,
that you have, if you're in a crisis or you need
right,
to learn something or you need to fix your
right,
car real quick or you
right.
need to
But
do
it
something.
seems like that little AI pin could do stuff like that, like, hey, how do I change my tire? And it'll start telling you, like,
Yeah,
you need to get the tire iron from the back where it's under the wheel, pull the wheel out, take
yeah.
the lug nuts off, and it'll actually do that. I could feel like it could do that kind of stuff,
I can't wait. I can't
Um,
wait till the Apple Vision Pro actually drops, because right now no one really has it, so there aren't really YouTube
the
videos on it.
glasses or whatever.
Yeah, even though they're a little bulky, it's a headset thing.
There's no way I would ever wear that outside.
Not outside. No, I wouldn't outside. I wouldn't outside. But
I mean, it'd be cool in the house type shit, and then like, I don't know if Apple has one. They probably do, I would imagine. But like the Alexa thing, and being
Yeah.
able to integrate it with like everything in your house,
yeah,
like the lights and stuff and fucking just all the shit, like music or anything. You could just walk around with this headset on and create the most beautiful house in the world.
Exactly.
You don't even have to worry about your
Environment,
fucking
yeah.
$1,200 shithole.
Yeah,
like-
exactly. And the way it could change the environment if you wanted to. If you wanted to make the entire environment look different than just have a floating screen.
Siri, put me in paradise right now, and then it
Yeah,
just
for real.
fucking, boom,
Just
you're on the
the
beach
whole-
in Cabo, fucking
Mhm.
feet up, you got a coconut full of rum.
The thing I
like-
struggle with is like I want to video edit. I do video edit. I do, but like I kind of something about the experience. I think I need a better chair too. This chair sucks dick. Maybe I need a better chair.
Chairs
you know what I
are
mean?
fucking essential, dog.
But something about I just don't be wanting to be at my desk video editing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need to raise up the laptop. I don't know if I need to change the positioning of it, a bigger screen. I don't know what it is, but something about being
I think
here
you
is
need
just
to raise
uncomfortable.
you need to
You know what I
raise your
mean?
desk. Or you
yeah.
need to get a chair that can go below the desk, because the problem, I can see it while I'm looking at you. Like, I know, as somebody that has sat at a desk for extended periods of time for many years, that is not the ideal position. You want to almost have your elbows like up where
I
your
wish it was-
shoulders
yeah,
are
yeah.
when
I
you're,
wish
when
it
you're
was-
typing and stuff. Yeah.
I wish it was
So
yeah.
I would say give that at least a good foot and a half bump.
Which is
on
why
that,
I always love those fucking desks that can raise and lower. I've always wanted one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get one before I die. I'm gonna, but
Before
fucking
I
get
die.
one.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, bro. So I could just stand up sometimes. You just be able to get this thing, or just raise it. I gotta get my desk set up a little bit better, man. Really, I think it would be a good investment to help my productivity. You know what I mean? But that's what made me
Right.
think about the Apple Vision Pro, because I was like, if I could like put it on and be in bed almost and still do shit, or be in a laid back position, you know what I mean, and still
Mhm.
have the screen just wherever I want, you know what I mean? And but
Right.
my main question about that device, the Apple Vision Pro, is it like, can it do video editing? Like does it need to be tethered to a MacBook with it too? You know what I mean? Or does it?
Probably. Yeah. It's not going to just have like software programs like that downloaded onto it. That would be an incredible amount of data storage.
Because
for
what I
that.
really want is what Tony Stark had when he was working on his fucking suits and shit.
When he was working on the suit,
with the
yeah.
fucking shit's just mad complications and shit just buzzing around and shit. That's
Well, you
what I
probably
want.
got to wait about 10 years and get about $10,000 for some shit like that.
Nah. I'll give it the second version. They're already working on the second version. I'm not gonna buy the first version. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna. I'm tempted to, but I'm not gonna buy the first version. I'm not gonna buy the first version. I don't even know. Well,
Because now you look back at the first iPhone and you're just like, I ain't gonna get stuck with that hoe.
Yeah.
Like,
they did this too. They're gonna work out. They got a lot of kinks to work out. This first one.
Well, it's new technology, and I'm not talking like a new chip. I'm talking like a whole new type of device that's never been made before.
But if they get that down to glasses that look like regular glasses, you know what I mean. The cell phone, I can see this. The cell phone's getting squeezed. I can feel the cell phone getting squeezed. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They're working on it. You know what I mean. And they just came out with this new MacBook. You know what I mean. You can see I got right here too.
He's ready to go.
They got this MacBook. This one I really want now.
Jesus.
Now,
You
Now,
know what's
here's
crazy, bro? I don't even look at the numbers except for the one at the bottom. That shit crazy. $2,000. Shit.
yeah. So here's the thing. Um, the performance, they say that back when the M1 Pro came out, it was the first, the new silicon, you know what I mean? It was the Apple Silicon. The M1 Pro was the 14-inch MacBook Pro with the same new design. I remember
Mhm.
all the reviews saying that you could do with that baseline MacBook Pro, you could do all your video editing, you could do all your, it's powerful enough to do all of that, and it's no problem. You know what I mean? It'll fly through it. You don't need to upgrade it. It's good with 16 gigabytes of RAM. You know what I
Right.
mean? And now the charts that I see on this M3, they said the M3 performs a little bit better than the M1 Pro did. You know what I mean? With just the M3 chip, before you even try to go to the M3 Pro chip, which is the comparison would be more accurate. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying they're saying the M3 is fast enough. Although I still gonna need 16 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know if they're trying to sell me this without 16 gigabytes. They are. They're trying to give me 8.
Yeah.
They're trying to give me 8, which is just ridiculous.
Man, it's going to be another fucking
Even with this, that's
$500.
crazy. So you're telling me,
Yeah.
which one is this one? Isn't this? Oh, that's still an M3. No, that's still not the M3. Okay, not the M3 Pro. Now they're giving me the 60. I mean 18 now. It's not 16 to 18. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. That they're gonna still give me for $1,700. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm
8
saying?
gigabytes of RAM. I'm just saying, Carl, this is why Apple gets shit on by people that actually build computers, because they see stuff like that with the price at the bottom like that and they fucking laugh. Because you can, with $1,800, bro, and you could actually build the computer yourself without having to pay for labor, you could build a fucking monster computer that would outperform that. But it's just,
That's
Anyway,
why.
I feel like we're getting a little off track here, though. Watch this week
All right, yeah,
was
we're getting to the Apple.
it's
Hang on,
right, but
I just wanted to show them
and
one.
also, what happened there? The guest is always supposed to go first. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait. I forgot. We'll watch this week.
Disrespect.
I'm just used to that. You know, having a personal for the last couple of weeks. But yeah. What do you? I almost forgot. What do you have for watch this week?
I mean, I was going to talk about the cabin and stuff, but I guess I'll give an actual show so you can pull up stuff on the screen. But I did watch this show on HBO.
This is the brand new.
Surprised.
What's
I'd
it
be
called?
surprised if you hadn't seen it. It's called Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Man, you didn't talk about it on the pod, did you?
I don't think so. Now, if I did,
It's
it'll be a long time ago.
ERYNL, yeah. And then just type HBO.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Oh
It's
my
a really
God,
great
dude,
show.
so well done. I mean,
Very
the
well
acting
done.
and stuff, and like just the accuracy to the actual events that happen. That's another thing. I'm huge into things that are like real,
Yeah.
We're using
And man, that shit sold me. Oh my God. And
And
it's
then it's
only
actually
5
real.
episodes. I love
Yes.
that it's like juicy and short and they don't
Yep.
draw anything out. There's nothing stupid in
It's
it.
just they're just telling you the story as good as they
Right.
can.
It's fucking really good, man. I mean,
What you call it? I wanted to say, back when I was watching shows, I really felt this way that HBO found the perfect, because it's like sometimes you're watching a movie and the movie might not necessarily need a sequel, but it needs a little bit more. The movie needs more. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you're watching a show and it's like mad seasons and you can feel them dragging it out.
yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm at the end of Sons of Anarchy right now on season 6. I must have watched hundreds of hours worth of this show by now, and I love it. But god damn, I can't wait for it to be over at this point. And there's a whole nother season.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How in the hell? Like, fuck, man.
Exactly. So then
And
HBO,
I love the show, but yeah. Anyway,
and HBO has this category of what they call limited series. You know what I mean? Where it's just like maybe one season, maybe 2 tops, but it's
they
just
have another one called Band of Brothers that's really good about World War II, and it's only 10 episodes.
But yeah, because
like,
it's more focused. It tells it. I think it's a real good happy medium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Between giving a story the time it needs to be told, but not trying to stretch it out to be greedy with the fucking thing. Just good art, as good as it could be. Just
Right.
much time as it needs, but not too much time. You know what I mean? At the same time.
Well, if people are unaware what this show is about, there was an event in like the 70s or the 80s where this nuclear power plant exploded in what was it, Ukraine, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Ukraine. And the nuclear power plant was called Chernobyl, or like dubbed that name.
Yeah.
But anyway, it had never happened before. No nuclear power plant had ever exploded, and scientists couldn't ever even imagine it exploding. It would be impossible, you know?
The amount of denial in this show was crazy. The guy was
And
like,
it's got to be real, bro. I mean, like the guy, I looked him up, the guy that was in the control room, like really yelling at everybody and telling no way, you know. He went to jail for 10. They sentenced him to jail for 10 years, and he died of radiation poisoning, like the cancer from it, within like 4 years or something. He didn't even get to serve out his sentence in jail before he died. But yeah, it's a very interesting show, and it displays the events very accurately. I mean, I've watched documentaries on that event before because I thought it was
and
really
this low key
interesting.
kind of scary. Like
It is
the
fucking, dude.
radiation,
It keeps you on the edge of your seat, bro. And like,
scary, bro.
you ever watch a show and it's like too much at once for a second, and you have to pause and just be like, "Oh my god," you know? Like that's happened to me a few times on that show where it was so much, and I had to pause it and be like, "Whoa," you know, and then like get right back into it. Like, but it's a very edge of your seat kind of show. It's a great story. You know, don't be eating popcorn while you're watching it. It's a little there's a few parts where you might get a little queasy, but it's fucking cool, man. Like, I mean, not cool, but you know, I very much so enjoyed the show, and I had to recommend that. I've been recommending that show to people like the past few weeks. Once I watched it, I was like, "Damn, bro, this shit's a banger."
This show right here, that I'm gonna now. First of all, Chernobyl is a great show. It's like award-winning show, bro. It's worth the watch for sure. You know what I mean?
And it's only 5 episodes. You're not dedicating like your fucking whole life to this shit. Go watch it. It's definitely worth it. If you're into thriller type shit, or like not even, there's no like scary monsters or anything. It just shows the effects of radiation on the human body, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah, anyway.
And this show right here, if it is called "The Man Who Fell to Earth." Now, look, this show is very interesting. You know what I mean? I think that if you watched Black Mirror, or you probably like something about technology, you kind of. I'm not gonna say it's a sci-fi show, and I'm not gonna say it's not a sci-fi show. But it's very grounded. It's not doing anything stupid. You know what I mean? I don't like when shit gets stupid. You know what I'm saying? With the flux capacitors, like listen.
Oh, come on, Marty. Like, that's fucking. That's a good fucking movie. Back to the Future.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I love it.
If anybody doesn't know, the flux capacitor is what powers the DeLorean in Back to the Future, and being able to time travel 88 miles an hour. Just get up to 88 miles an hour.
Oh my god, you're killing me. You know what I mean? That movie was hilarious. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you like them type of vibes, I'm telling you that this right here, this right here is amazing. And plus that actor, that white guy, he's a really, really, really good actor. That old British white guy dude, this guy that with the hat and the shades did that guy's a great actor. And so are the rest of them. But he's a good actor too, the black guy. You know what I mean? I'm pointing like they can see where I'm pointing.
Yeah.
It's retarded. But nah, I recommend this show highly. I don't know if the season 2 is coming out. It's probably not, because they hate me and don't want me to watch things I like. But
fucking Last of Us is squeezing me, dog. I've been waiting for them to drop season 2 of that for like over a year now, 2 years maybe. I remember the second that show came out, that was one of the only shows I've ever watched right when it dropped. Like, I heard that it was coming out, and I was begging people. I think you might have given me your HBO, or my friend Brandon did. And I remember watching it right when it came out, and I waited every week for that next episode to come out. I remember one week they skipped dropping an episode, and I was so salty, bro. That show had me fucking fiending. But
Stranger
yeah,
Things. I need to watch that show. I've heard more good things about
no,
it.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us. The Last of
Yeah.
Us.
That was, I mean, and honestly, that is one game that I regret not having a PlayStation for. That
Yeah,
game
I'm
won
gonna
so
own a
many
PlayStation
awards.
at some point. I have to. I just have to. I want to buy one just to play Spider-Man right now. Just Spider-Man.
Just to play Spider-Man right now.
I'm telling you, bro. I just want to swing through the fucking city. That's all I want to do. That
Just
wing
wanna
glide
swing through
thing.
New York.
That's all I want to do, man. I just want to go be Spider-Man, man. Just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, man.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
That's all I want. But anyway, let's move on here. Let me see what we got here on the docket. We got, oh, damn, this is the one I'm starting with. This one is dead ass sad, bro. This shit is dead ass sad, bro, because I had fucking plans, bro. I had plans. I had plans for this.
Should have been donating to their shit, dog.
You know what I
Should have been
mean?
donating to their shit,
It
dog.
was because of one fucking lawsuit, son. One lawsuit, because it was talking about how, oh, this lawsuit that they would want to act like we was facilitating people getting connected with underage kids and blah 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 and like whatever. And now no more Omegle. You know what I mean? This pisses me off because like I was looking the other day for alternatives, and I guess I was looking on mobile, so it wasn't as many. So I guess I should look on the computer a bit more, but it's not gonna be this.
There is another one like that. I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Hate y'all so much for that.
But
dog,
Omegle's been around since like the dawn of time.
Yeah, bro.
2009 don't even feel real. Like
you
that,
see that? Like, come on, man. I remember when Omegle's always been the goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Omegle freestyles, bro. The Omegle freestyles, bro.
Tiny chat roulette. That's the other one. I remember chat roulette was one. Yeah, wow.
Terrible, man. Terrible. And this is back when I couldn't video edit it, so a penis might pop up. Shit was crazy.
Oh shit.
She was crazy. She was crazy back in them days. You know what I mean? I'm trying to.
I don't even think chat roulette exists.
It does. It does. I hope.
Yeah, you can start right now.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's video on chat roulette. I'm pretty sure you just talk in the chat. Damn, bro. Yo, go to omegle.com right now. That's fucking sad.
It's
They
a
have
tombstone, yeah.
It's a tombstone, dog.
Yeah, I know. That's the picture that they have. That's why they got it.
Damn, bro wrote a whole fucking from the bottom of my heart Bible.
Yeah, bro.
Sincerely, Leif Brooks. Yo, bro, thank you for making the internet a better place for 14 years. Don't listen to what these motherfuckers saying, because realistically, right? Any kid with access to the internet can see way worse things than you're going to see on Omegle, you know? And to me, dog, that's up to the parents. And, you know, anybody that is having a baby, and I know this ain't true, should be of sound mind enough to know when and when not to give your kid a device that has access to the internet, you know? And, you know, leaving your kid unsupervised for extended periods of time, like under the age of 13 on a device like that, to me, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You should be a little bit more on top of that, you know?
Yeah, because the internet is like the whole world is like, and you're not gonna put any blocker on.
Man,
like,
you can go to one website and see goddamn everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could see fucking 2 girls, 1 cup,
Oh
coming
my
out of nowhere,
God.
scrolling
Oh
on
my
Twitter or some
God.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fucking blue waffle coming for your
yo, I'm telling you, you could see some crazy shit just
Oh
scrolling on
my
the web.
God.
So, anybody that has ever been on the internet should know that, and you shouldn't be giving your kid a device with access to unlimited internet for extended periods of time,
Yeah.
especially nowadays, you can restrict devices and restrict websites and restrict app downloading and all kinds of stuff with parental control, So
But you
to
have to
me,
know how to do that. Like the thing is this. I
well,
know how to
you
do
know
that
what
with
bothers
Apple
me?
devices.
Fucking
Like
old people trying to say, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." Look it up. Look it up. You've been around longer than everybody fucking else. So why don't you fucking look it up and figure it out like everybody else did that
no, they
had
just
to
want to
fucking
hand
figure
them
it
a,
out?
a unloaded a fucking free iPad. Just want to hand it to them and like, hey, have fun. Just give them the
Like,
Wi-Fi
don't get me
password.
wrong, I respect older people and stuff, but like there are like, especially my dad, bro. I mean, like, come on. After all this time, me just telling you and showing you over and over again how to go to Google and Google something and find out what you're trying to figure out, and
Nah.
he can't do that.
On the real low, not being able to Google something in 2023 is like the most basic
It's
debate.
just it's head banging shit. Makes me
You
want
don't know how
bang
to
my head
ask the
against the
internet
wall.
a question. You don't know how to ask the internet a question. You
And
coming to
that
me
should
like
be
I'm
that
Jesus.
should
Like
be enough. That will bring you down the wormhole of
it
figuring
will.
everything out.
It will. You have Google to
So
ask. Just ask Google. It will tell you.
it's just it's heartbreaking shit, dog. But anyway, that leads me to believe that there are obviously parents that just kind of give their kids a totally open iPhone, iPad, computer, whatever, and they could just go and see dicks on Omegle. And to me, that is on the parents.
They end up on Reddit somewhere. But anyway,
right.
let me see. We got this here. This is crazy. Now I didn't get the live stream of the other thing before and going back and forth, but it was incoherent anyway. If you ask me, I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Maybe I'll go there. I'll see if I can find it because it was like just at the top of their thing. But
Yeah, that dude on the left looks so tight, dog.
no, he should be, and he is. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you shouldn't be walking
Yeah.
around with a chain like that if you can't protect yourself.
Yeah, this is the live stream
Okay,
or whatever.
fuck up that pole, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Now I believe he said, I feel like Durski not standing no business. Now, first of all, his lack of articulating himself and being clear, like the whole conversation just pissed me off. You know what I mean? And I think that this happened before the incident that's in my docket, where he apparently gets his chain snatched. By what appears to be some affiliates of Birdman's, and then Birdman, I believe, is posting a story with him holding the chain. You know what I mean? So, whatever. But yeah, it was real weird. Yeah. You see. The only part that made sense was the first clip. All the other ones is just like, well, what's going on there? What's going on there? You know what I'm saying?
well,
like,
bro,
let's see how we can do that.
Anyway, what you gonna say?
I'm gonna hear it out. Let's hear what they got to say, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
All right.
I saw you with this nigga Kevin Hart. Me and him got some slick side issues too. I won't air out, but we're gonna deal with that later. But I got some other shit that you got going on.
Hey, leave his shit out of mine. I don't want you to fuck me up.
Nah, all y'all niggas together. All y'all niggas together. All y'all niggas coming. All y'all comedy niggas together. I ain't ducking nothing. I ain't ducking nothing.
Bird. Hey, man, what? I was going to Bird for you. Oh, shit. Birdman gonna kill us.
He laughing now.
R.I.P. Tamara and Miss Gladys, boy. What the fuck? Yo, I gotta get over here. I'm sorry, y'all. What the fuck?
And let's see how we. What you doing? Nigga, what the fuck is this record label you starting? How the fuck you doing this shit without the mother?
But I'm saying, Birdman, nigga, this Birdman, nigga. So look, nigga. nigga, I was scared to call because nigga, I don't be knowing if you gonna pick up. But nigga, I've been wanting to work with you, Drake, Young Boy, Wayne.
But you fucking with niggas that fuck with me though. You fucking with niggas that fucking with me.
But nigga, I'm still trying to get Wayne. But nigga, I'm trying to tell you, I didn't know you was fucking with though. I didn't know you was fucking with Young Boy. I didn't know you was fucking with Drake at the time. But when I was fucking with them, nigga, I don't know. I feel like I didn't do no money business with them. So I didn't feel wrong about what I was doing. When I reached out, I
put some respect on my name, bro. You playing, fam? What you doing, nigga? What the fuck?
Yo, that's some real OG shit.
Starting.
Yeah, put some respect on my name, bro.
Without the mother.
But I'm saying, oh shit. What's
Anyway, man. Like,
yeah, yo, that shit hurting my brain. But like,
yeah,
let me just air out some business. All right, this is a thing that has always bothered me. People getting their chain snatched like that. You got enough money to be having a chain that's worth enough money for people to snatch, but you don't got no type of security, or you ain't up in your own pole on these motherfuckers. Well, where are you at with your own business? You know, you're gonna just walk around with a fucking, I don't know how much money that's worth, probably about $50,000 to $100,000, and you're walking around with that on your neck, but you can't protect yourself or hire people to protect you or have friends that like you enough to protect you. What's the deal there? You know, I mean, I don't know. That shit is.
I heard the comments saying, the comments was like, all right, I'm just gonna see the video. The other thing is this. So I'm trying to before I give my rebuttal to the video, let me let you hear it, see the video, because this video of him getting his chain snatched, this video of it. So
oh shit!
I want to do the TMZ thing when they zoom in and they be like, "This is boop boop boop." Like, but
right, I'm zooming in on my own phone right now.
Hang on, let me see. So this is, I believe, homie. You know, with the hat to the side. This is
I swear to God. Oh, come on. Go.
See, just got his chain snatched. Oh, wait. I got the wrong camera angle. Wait. My bad. Wait. I'm supposed to move the whole thing. My bad. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. My bad. Shit, I want to start it over. Shit. Hang on. Yeah.
Yo, his face.
Damn. They said Drewski the fastest comedian.
Yo, he running? Look at that moving like
all right.
Yeah, they move like they handled the business, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just say, yeah, we got that. All right, but no, for real. So why the fuck did they not do anything about that? Why he acted super pussy in that fucking video. I'm not saying I would have done no better, but I don't understand why that happened to him.
All right, so what I'm seeing here is one guy, all right, maybe one or two guys with him, all right, and then what I'm seeing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so but like, what's the deal? Where's the gun in the situation?
I don't see any guns. I don't see any guns.
Yeah, well, this is kind of how the hood shit works, right? If you're famous enough, right, and you can't be holding no gun because you got all that, that heat on you, you know what I'm saying? So you have somebody that don't really care, that's the fall guy that got the gun on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how those kinds of people get protected, So even though you might not be allowed to have a gun in the studio or wherever this is, they're always going to have somebody that sneak on by or put it in their pants or something so they can get protection, And to me, it's crazy that this guy's walking around with that chain and he's got contact with Birdman. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is from a hole in the wall. But if he's talking to Birdman and he's got a $50,000, $100,000 chain on his neck.
You don't know Drewski? You don't know Drewski?
Not at
comedian?
All. Nope.
He's been on mad shit. He's been making.
He sounds like he's been on mad shit. He's been on standing on people's business because he got shit like this happening to him by Birdman. Yeah. So to me, bro, he should have just been way more up on his own protection. To let something like this happen to you and to have all that money it's comical. It's like almost exactly like what happened to 6ix9ine getting beat up in the fucking LA Fitness. You know, he got caught slipping big time, bro. How you gonna walk around with shit like that? Because like here's the thing. With chains,
so what I'm
right?
seeing is so you get.
But
so,
here's the thing with chains, right? He just took a fucking car off his neck. You know what I'm saying? You got all this money in one fucking asset, and you walking around with it on your neck without being protected. You crazy.
Here's him grabbing the chain. Now the comments is like, how you snatch a Cuban that big? Can you snatch a Cuban that big? Like, will it come off though? You know,
yeah, it depends on the clasp. It depends on the clasp because
one that big gotta be the lobster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you could pull that shit off, bro. If you grab it by the
my bad,
itself,
not the lobster, the box lock. It gotta be the little box lock.
But if you grab it by the chain itself and you pull it, like that lock gonna break because I'll tell you what, that chain ain't gonna break. You know what I'm saying? So all that force, if you big enough dude, like doing fucking 200 push-ups a day, I'm sure you could go rip that chain off his neck if you had the opportunity. But I mean, it's just crazy to me that he left himself unprotected enough to allow something like that to happen.
And then what bugged me out is that some people are saying it's a skit. It ain't real. He said in the comments, said real or not. He took. I don't know.
Birdman looked pissed, like, he looked tight in that picture. Go back to the picture. Let me see the picture.
No, I want to see this video. He's got his tears and then he's dipping.
Dude fell down the stairs,
and then he's dipping. He's out. Go. He's like,
yo, he's scared. Scary.
He's like, he trying to get out of there. Like he said.
Where was this?
You snatched the comedian's chain. I'm not sure. It looks like some sort of recording place.
Well, yeah, it's obviously a recording studio, but like, is it in like California or?
Anyone believe this is
like
real?
that.
Super retarded. All right, Drewski ain't standing on business. He's stupid. Getting knocked out in here and take his pants off from first. Oh God, Jesus. How can you snap? Yeah, that's my question. How can you snatch a Cuban that big? You know what I mean? Like that shit is big, bro. Like look at this. That's
well, I tell you what, he got it. Okay.
Like, damn, Cap with them two big ass security niggas.
Right.
Oh God. Drewski really be moving, bro. That's just but nah, he dead ass. He hit a full flat down that hallway.
Y'all too old to be stealing costume jewelry from each other for real.
Oh my God. Ain't no nigga gonna tell me somebody say, yo, take that piece off. Yo.
Right.
He did say that in the video. I'm just saying this fucked up.
Look at his fucking face, dog.
Yeah,
look how tight
pissed.
he is in that fucking picture.
Yeah, but
God damn. And he got the chain on in that picture. He just looking fucking hard for no reason. Look, he deserved to get that shit snatched. What the fuck you doing? God damn, bro.
Because that's what he was
stop
doing.
dyeing your hair blonde. That shit look weird. Look like goddamn fucking Will Smith's wife.
Oh my God. Damn. What you call it? But yeah, so next story here. We got the weed. So yeah, this was funny to me. Now, I've noticed that sometimes you gotta travel a little far to get some dispos in Michigan as a person that lives here. Because there are some cities and Detroit be having little cities, every little fucking little city, like Hamtramck here, like it's basically Detroit.
Right.
Bro. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. Like it's basically Detroit. Like y'all niggas just be like 10 blocks apart. And like, we're Romulus, we're Garden City. Like, shut y'all bum asses up, bro. Y'all niggas look all the same. There's no distinguishing. Y'all got one little banner. You got one little banner and two pieces of metal signs, and y'all think y'all think y'all different. Y'all popping out here. Y'all got 5% more trees, and y'all think y'all did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, get out of here.
I tell you, one of the only places that ever did it right was New York and the 5 boroughs. They just got it. They just got it sectioned, and it's just right. Like I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, so, but yeah, it's crazy. So, but I do feel like maybe like I'm trying to think as a city, as one of those cities, why would you not want marijuana business in there? As in, like, because when you open in those dispensaries, there's only
it's just
so
like
many
people voting red and blue. You know, I mean, you get all different kinds of like for example, I just read something about Alabama got they reversed their sections or whatever. They had 7 sections, and it was like, that's like their political thing, and that's how they vote or whatever. But anyway, they said that the sections were too much racially integrated. Like there was all black people were in like section 6 and like a little bit of section 7, but then every other one was white, and it was like they obviously voted in a very different way, but it was like impossible for people of color in Alabama to be able to vote properly because they only had one section. So they forced it to be changed to where now there's 3 sectors that have mostly color. But it's just crazy, to think about places just down the road vote totally different, and they don't want weed in their area, but there's so many benefits to it, but it's just like they vote a certain way, and they're not going to stop voting that way, and the way that it works is, you vote for somebody that represents your area,
and it's crazy because it's like in Birmingham, voters had that option to allow recreational use store and one medical use store, and 73% said no. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
And Rochester proposal would have allowed for 3 marijuana businesses, and 83% said
83%.
like, it's like, nah. And Grosse Pointe is known for being white as fuck, and so is Rock. I ain't gonna lie, Rochester, but a lot of these areas is known for being white as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You know what I mean?
They don't want no riffraff coming into their neighborhood to buy drugs.
Tobacco. Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, so like, you just wait. As soon as we got to open up, the fucking potheads gonna be coming over here, running.
Well, you know what it is? Those people, those areas probably have enough money and stuff, and they don't want extra money, revenue, whatever, coming in from people having to drive out of town to come to their town to buy weed. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. In some places, you go into dispensaries and they're super nice, but I've seen some sketchy characters in dispensaries and around dispensaries. Yeah, especially the ones where you get the good prices.
Yeah, you get the best. Yeah,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Where was I? I was in Michigan, bro. I was with Walter in Michigan, and we go to this fucking dispensary out by where his brother works. I can't remember the fucking name of the town was or whatever. But we go to the dispensary, and Walter's like, man, I've been here. I'm just going to let you know it's like a little sketchy. And I'm like, bro, fuck out of here. I'm from New York City. I got this,
Nah,
and we
sketchy
go up,
Detroit is, go ahead.
Bro, we go up to the dispensary, and there's this one dude standing outside that's like 45, fucking no teeth, black dude, fucking do-rag, smoking a fucking cigarette that it looks like he picked up off the ground, I'm like, God. Damn, like, what the fuck? And then there's these 2 kids on BMX bikes, and they're like, yo, can you buy us some weed? Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
This shit ain't never happened to me ever, nowhere else. I've been to definitely over 100 dispensaries. And that was just, it took me, I was like, you're right, this place is a little sketchy. We got homeboy outside smoking the floor stogie, and these 2 kids on bikes trying to get us to
I've only heard stories about some dispensaries. I'd be like, yeah, this dispensary let you smoke it. I bought it and I smoked right in there. They let you smoke
That's
it.
crazy.
And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, yeah. And my other homie, he was told he get his hair cut, and the haircut is at a dispensary. You know what I mean? The shop was at the dispensary. And I was like, you got to do it. I was like, I don't know.
That sound like the place that you pay fucking $10 for a little illegal cart. Remember that one place you had way back in the day?
Yeah.
It was a fucking like shady fucking no sign. Like, you go in and they're like, do you have any guns on you?
Yep, that shit was wild. I risked my life every time.
And then bro said, yeah, $10 a month. Fucking like, you gotta pay a fee so you can be a part of this fucking sketchy
a member. Yeah. I still had that sticker on the back of my fucking
yeah. That shit's crazy.
That shit was sketchy as hell. But yeah, I can see why they want him in
But
there.
that's why they don't want these dispensaries in the nicer neighborhoods.
So how do you feel about a study conducted found that there's a link between daily cannabis use and severe heart disease? Now,
I've heard that
uh,
it fucks with your heart rate. Yeah, I have heard
according
that.
to Bloomberg, cannabis use daily raises some risk of severe heart disease. But here's my thing. Here's my thing. I think that they're not factoring in the lifestyle, because listen, some people, if you smoke weed every day, I think that it's not crazy to think that you may have some other not so healthy habits as well,
Right,
that
I
may
agree.
also lead to that. So it's like saying strippers.
I'm gonna give it honesty here. Potheads don't really have the best reputation, other than
For being healthy
just
people in general,
right.
and making health.
They're chill. They ain't gonna hurt a fly, but they ain't gonna do anything else either.
They're eating Cheetos, you know what I mean? They're eating Taco Bell at 2 a.m. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're doing things and they're chilling on the couch watching TV, being sedentary. You know what I mean? So it's not so much the weed, I feel like, as opposed to the lifestyle that is generally surrounding a person that smokes weed every day. I'm not saying you
Right.
can't be a high functioning person to smoke weed every day, but a lot of people that smoke weed every day are not. You know what I mean? And they chill all the time, and because of that, yeah, they develop all other heart problems and stuff like that. They're not, So I understand that, because if that same person was smoking weed every day, but also working out, trying to run laps or some shit, or fucking, you know what I mean, eating healthy as hell, you know what I'm saying, eating fresh fruit, but just happened like I don't think it's just smoking weed every day, you know what I mean? Although you probably shouldn't smoke weed every day, and regardless, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, but still,
As someone who smokes weed every day, I can attest to that statement.
yeah, as me, yeah, I smoke weed every day. I do, I do. You know what I mean? But I also did like a good 400 or 500 push-ups this week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I drink a lot of water. And I mean, big gulps of water.
See, that's another thing.
Fruit.
What's crazy? I don't want to get too off topic here, but there are so many people out there that don't drink water. What's wrong with you? Like, I've heard, dude, I've literally had people, and I asked them, I'm like, why don't you drink water? Bro, I've heard the response. There's water in everything I drink. Bro, get the fuck up out of here and go to the doctor.
Bro.
Like,
go to the doctor.
So, like, anyway, yeah, it does have a lot to do with your lifestyle,
Speaking of I just wanted to give one recommendation. I have to give it because it's the best one I've had so far. So I've been drinking tequila, because
they say tequila is the purest form of alcohol, and that's why it gives you less hangover.
It doesn't give me a hangover. I was just about to say. You know what I mean? That's one.
And there's also like no fat or anything in it,
Two, it is a little
no
healthier.
sugar, nothing.
And it's easier for the body to process because agave is low on the glycemic, and so your body can process agave easier, and tequila is made from agave. That's another thing. And three, it gives me like a happier drunk somehow. Like it makes it like a lighter drunk. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like more fun, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but tequila rhymes with tequila, and I don't really fuck with that. So,
Oh my god, I don't know what that rhyme really refers to, but fuck that shit. It's just some little thing to scare the kids. All right, forgot it. Nah,
I heard a girl say it after a breakup one time, and she was like, "Tequila, more like tequila relationship."
Oh my god,
and she said that because she got really drunk on tequila and fucked up her. Well, it was the whole thing, but anyway, yeah, that's where I heard it from.
But yeah, what you call it? But the problem is that brown liquor, to me, like Douce, Henny, Remy, they
heartburn.
They taste better to me. Like taste better to me. Even like the really expensive whiskey that's like $100. Like that one don't burn it. It tastes great to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Tequila, one of my problems with it is not really being able to get it down smoothly. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good.
It
right?
does not taste
It
good.
does not taste good. For the taste, you can get
I
it
could
way
take
better.
a double shot of like Captain Morgan or
Captain
something.
yeah.
No problem. Pour me a double, pour me a triple. I could probably
Yeah.
put that down in one swig. But you give me a shot of tequila, I gotta say a prayer real quick. Drop it back. Don't think about it. Like,
which is why I wanted to bring to the people. You know what I mean? They're not giving me any money, but this shit right,
Avion.
this
I've
shit
been
right
seeing you
here,
talk hellish shit about it on your story.
this shit right here, I'm promising you people, is the smoothest one I've had so far. Does it still give you a little burn? Yes, it still gives you a little burn, but it's it's so not that bad though. You know what I'm saying? That you can get it down, bro. Drink it straight. You can get it down. You can get it down. You know what I'm saying? So I highly, highly recommend this one. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm working my way up to the tequilas, to the more expensive ones. This one right here is Kevin Hart's. It's Kevin Hart's tequila. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to be better than the Avion, so I hear. But I'm gonna believe it when I see it, because somebody say Don Julio's better than Avion, because that I got a bottle of Don Julio that's in Añejo, and this bottle was see that Avion I showed you was only $56. This was $80, and this is not.
Oh my god!
This is nowhere near as good as that.
You
Avion,
said $56?
Yeah, the Avion was $56.
Damn. I ain't never paid that much for a bottle of liquor in my life, and I buy handles.
This one was 80. You know what I mean? Like
oh my
80.
god! What are you doing?
That's what I was.
Jesus Christ!
That's what I'm saying. And this one doesn't taste as good as the Avion. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've tasted very expensive scotches and whiskey and stuff like that, like Glenlivet and like Macallan's, and I can't remember. There's another one that I'm familiar with, but they're great, you know. But you'd never catch me buying one of those. I remember seeing Paul one time go into a liquor store and spend like $160 something on a bottle of Macallan's 18 or something like that. I was like,
yeah.
What are you doing? Like, god damn. It's just good for you if it makes you happy, you know. Keep rocking and rolling.
No, I to tell you the truth, the reason why I bought that for one time I had did it was a girl I was talking to, and
it makes sense.
And I asked her what type of liquor she liked, and she said she liked Don Julio. You know what I mean? I tried to mention another type of tequila, and she was like, I like Don Julio. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I bought this bottle of Don Julio.
It don't look like it has much damage done to it.
Yeah, it's pretty full, bro. It's like got like this much missing, because I never ended up going just to chill with Shorty. I never ended up doing because I ain't like her attitude. You know what I mean?
I don't like her attitude if she don't want nothing but Don Julio.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
That should have been the first red flag.
Yeah, because low key, this Avion is way better, bro. Dead ass, and is not as expensive at all. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know how the Kevin Hart one go. And I tried the what you call it one. This is the one that The Rock always has, Terramana. Although he always has the
Añejo. I saw that on your story too.
Añejo one. You know what I mean? You see, I ain't finished this motherfucker. I'm not really an alcoholic. You know, the bottles might make it look like it, but I'm not really an alcoholic. You know what I mean? If I was,
I don't know, man. It'd be pretty hard for me to not drink every day if I had all that liquor lying around.
That's the thing. But I don't drink every day. I might at most have a shot. You know what I mean?
Just a little.
Yeah, but that's really why. Really, when I feel like drinking, when I know I shouldn't, that's the reason why I bought this motherfucker. And I need to buy. I probably need to get another one, but this one is so fucking big and there's so much in here, and it's really cheap. Honestly, this shit was like maybe 40 something, and it's like a gallon or some shit. There's a lot in here. You know what I mean?
Man, you got to switch back to Captain Morgan. Gallon of Captain is like fucking $31.
But the thing is, that is tequila, and tequila is not gonna give me the hangover. Captain Morgan might hit me in the nuts, bro.
If you drink a lot of Captain Morgan, it will put you down. Yeah. But
I'm telling you, you know what I mean. But yeah, we got
tequila. I can't. You know what the thing is with me and tequila? First of all, it's never going to work. But second of all, it just gives me this aftertaste. And like, man, when I'm drinking Captain or like, whiskey or scotch or bourbon or something like that, as much as it has like, that smoky flavor, that burn or whatever, when I burp that up, it doesn't bother me. When I burp up tequila, I gag. Like, it's just, ugh, oh God. So that to me, I'd rather feel like shit up in my head than my stomach. My stomach, I can't. My stomach is no good. So I play it safe. I just keep drinking Captain.
But for New Year's, I'm working my way up. Like I'm trying to schedule hard way, even though it's not gonna be in my collection because it's good leaving the house. You know what I'm saying? But after that, yeah, for New Year's, I'm gonna buy that shit that the rappers be talking about, that 1942. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
that bottle, woo. That's like $150-something bottle, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Fuck that. Buy
that
some
bottle,
Macallans. It'll be much better.
That bottle, that tequila bottle. I gotta watch myself in the parking lot just trying to get away with that. Fucking
that's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna making sure niggas. A matter of fact, I'm gonna go buy that in a nice white neighborhood. Actually, I'm not gonna buy that in the hood.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in a nice white neighborhood.
Pay an extra $10 to be safe.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna be cheaper over there.
It's not.
You always gotta risk your life for the good price. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Nah, I'm not going in the hood to buy that so everyone can.
Like, yo, you try to buy a pack of backwoods up where I'm at right now, it's shit like $18. You go down to the hood, you get that shit for $5. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, but you might get 5.
Mm-hmm.
You get some type of 5. Anyway, let me see. This hoe here. I'm mad because I had it on my phone, but I don't got it. I had her history of what. So she's been with Trey Songz, with Diddy. She's been with
who the fuck is
Michael B.
Damson
Jordan.
Idris?
So he was on a show called Snowfall. You know what I mean? That was very popular, and he's a very good actor. You know what I mean?
Never heard of it. Seems kind of small time to me. But hey, man, like, he's getting his taste of a little celebrity pussy. But he must have not taken the lesson in high school.
And she's been with Future, also Future.
He must not have taken the lesson in high school of these hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah.
And you get what you give, man. He went for the wrong thing there.
It wasn't. She's not yours. It's just your turn. That's what they say.
Yeah. You know what bothers me though, and I've spoken about this on the podcast before. People that give a fuck about celebrities' lives. They came out with an article that said that people that are, I think they used the word obsessed. They might have used a different word.
I've
with celebrity lives, they have like lower IQs. Like they're literally stupider people. Like the people that stay in tune with TMZ and all this celebrity news, and that's all they fucking watch, care about, and gossip about, and talk to their friends about, and post about. And those people are statistically proven to be dumber than the rest of society. Yeah. So I try my best to stay up out of this business, and that's why I don't know about it.
Exactly.
Because I got better things to do with my time than to be worrying about somebody else's time. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm doing business with them.
Now for me, I'm running the show. I'm running the show. You know what I mean? And
I mean, this is giving you business, so it's a totally different story.
I have to provide for the intelligent audience that is viewing.
I don't mean to shit on people. Sorry for anybody listening. If you like to listen to celebrity news and stuff, it's not a full blown, everybody, but it's just an article that I saw.
No. It's true. It is true though. No, because the thing I find, here's my thing. It's when you act like they're doing something you couldn't do, or when you or you just like I don't even know how to put it. You hate them. Like you hate them. I can't I don't hate rich people. All right. I don't hate celebrities. Don't I don't hate them. You know what I mean?
I don't hate them either. They're just other humans on this
They're,
planet.
they're just other humans. They're not nothing special, but they're not nothing to be mad at either. You know what I mean? You could like them or just not like them, just like anyone else. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was growing up, I had a lot more influence from, people of higher status. I definitely cared a lot more about it, and I can see how the younger generation can get wrapped up in it, especially with like the internet and stuff nowadays. But I'm talking like
Nowadays,
there's literally people our age and older that like revolve their lives around keeping up with the Kardashians. And I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about they keep up with the Kardashians. They're looking up news and all this fucking stupid shit. You can't fucking make this shit up. These people
yeah,
exist on this planet with us.
yeah.
So, it wouldn't be hard to figure out that those people have lower IQs than the
Like
rest
the
of
people
us.
that watch that read Us People Weekly and those People magazine, those gossip those tabloids. That's what they call it, the tabloids. People that read those tabloids all the time. You know what I mean? That love that shit. Like that shit is so mindless. You know what I mean? Just the
Cringe.
latest rumor. Oh, saw a picture of her and having dinner with somebody from the nightclub. Like somebody's like,
I mean, I've seen stupid shit as much as like so and so bought a new house or a new car or this. I don't give a fuck what that dude's doing with his money. Put out a new album, like or
exactly.
whatever. Like, unless you giving me something, I don't care. And it's not supposed to be some selfish thing. That's another thing. Like, people get so sensitive with people being selfish nowadays. It's like, can I not do something for myself? Like, can I not worry more about me than everybody else? What's the problem with that? You know? So yeah, if you're somebody that puts out music and everything you post all the time is about, your lifestyle and your personal stuff, then I'm just not gonna follow you on social media. And when you put out new music, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
But there are people that will follow these people on social media and they get wrapped up in all their personal beefs and their personal lives and all this shit like it's their own shit. Like, man, stay the fuck up out of other people's business. Like,
But
I
that is
don't know.
that is the see if people wonder why I post when I want there's some things that I post when I'm trying to do better, though I still need to improve in many ways. You know what I mean? But that is what you see.
I thought that skit you did on YouTube was hilarious.
Oh
That
what?
like 10-minute video of you shitting
Oh
on yourself for like
oh
not doing
yeah
enough.
yeah
I
yeah.
watched that whole thing. Dude came out with the crossbow and he's sitting there. He's like, Carl, what you doing? I'm like, God damn, right? Yeah, if y'all haven't seen that, go check it out. That was actually a funny skit on
I'm glad
CharlieGtv YouTube channel.
glad you liked it. Yeah. That's my new progress report series. I got to put out another one this week. You know what I mean? I can't promise that they'll always be funny, but that week I was tearing myself a new one. I had fun doing it.
I sent that to Walter. I mean, hey man, that one's been coming. Hey
Yeah.
Carl, man, you can't be just wasting all your money on the bitches. You can't be wasting all your time on the bitches, man. You just gotta focus on yourself, man.
You know what I mean? At least I try to keep it as honest as I can. Keep it.
Hey
You know what I
man,
mean?
don't let Charlie hear about that shit. I was like, God damn.
I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I'm so retarded, so retarded. You know what I mean? But yeah.
A smoke-free
I
generation.
forgot
I
what I
can't
was gonna
help but
say.
look on the screen here at this next topic and
Yeah.
roll the page.
King
What's
Charles
going on?
announces to create a smoke-free generation by restricting the sale of tobacco to children of a certain age for the rest of their lives. Speaking to
Wow.
Parliament, Charles said, "My government will introduce legislation to create a smoke-free generation by restricting the sale of tobacco so that children currently aged 14 or younger can never be sold cigarettes, restricting the sale for them forever, but everyone older than them can. So everyone older than them can buy it till they die. But all the kids that I guess are 14 or
People that
younger."
smoke are going to sit here and have a hissy fit about everybody should have the right to enjoy something. You don't enjoy cigarettes until it's your problem,
Yeah.
Like I don't care what anybody says, you're lying. If the
And I'm gonna tell
first
you
time
something.
you hit a cigarette, you were like, "Ooh, that tastes so good." Like, no way. You're lying. You're just fucking fibbing. The vape thing too. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. That's what cigarettes I never dealt with.
But I've hit some of those vapes, bro, and they taste disgusting. Like, I could see how, like, if you didn't inhale it, maybe, like, the residue would maybe, but, like, when you inhale, it's just like,
nah.
Yo.
Yeah, maybe the first couple times.
Yeah, but
know
then
what I
you
mean?
got to keep going like a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know, man. To
Like
me,
me.
this is a good thing here. This smoking ban, this is a good thing here.
You're
You
so
can't tell me the
funny.
first few times you hit it, you were just like, ugh, ooh.
He said you gotta keep going
eh.
like a fucking. You're so retarded. He's so mean.
I'm retarded. Yo,
No,
anybody
no,
that's doing
no.
that shit is retarded. That's for damn sure.
But the thing is, Colin, do you know how many people vape, Colin? Do you have you looked at
probably over 1 billion people? I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, like by percent, like in America, like so many people vaping. Like
I know, I see
vaping
it all the time.
My managers, like
everyone's.
my fucking chef is fucking chewing tobacco.
I respect that
chewing
more
tobacco
than the vape,
like it's
dog.
80 years ago.
I respect that more than the vape. Dude's doing dip.
Oh my
But
God.
and then they have this new thing
Fucking packing
called,
it into the corner.
then they have this new thing though called Zyn. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's like a little breath mint or something, but it's like nicotine in it. And a lot of people are doing that now. It's like a very popular thing. Especially in like blue collar, like, construction workers and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of job sites where you can't smoke. So, but yeah, it's called ZYN. Look it up on the screen in a different tab.
Let me see.
But it's like a little thing of like Altoids or like icebreakers, they used to call them. Yeah,
nicotine products. Let's see.
But look at it. It's just
I've
a little
seen
thing.
these.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I've seen these.
That's the new age version of dip that people are doing. But yeah, it's fucking crazy how addictive this stuff is. I fuck with that smoking ban. I'm not gonna lie. That is a great thing, and I would vote for it. That's
Damn.
Yeah. If I had the ability to vote for something like that in America, I would. And I hope they propose it.
King Charles taking it away. But yeah, let me tell you, man, the vapes in the beginning was not good for like the first like day or two. And then once you start hitting them and get used to them, then you hit them and get that feeling. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man, I was about 3-4 vapes in, you know what I'm saying? And
I mean, don't get me wrong, like a good nicotine buzz, it'll get you going,
I was taking it to the bathroom. I was taking it everywhere. Everywhere I went, I had that vape with me. More than the weed pen, more than smoking. I found I hit the vape, and I was smoking. Then I would smoke and hit the vape. You know what I mean?
And wasn't you trying to do that to like smoke less weed or something like that?
Yeah, at the time, my philosophy.
You always got to find an excuse to do some stupid shit.
I gotta stop smoking weed at work, so I'm gonna start hitting the vape so that I won't smell like start smoking weed. Hey, I was trying to do that, yeah, and it was terrible. So, but I stopped. Eventually, I was able to stop smoking. Stop hitting the vape. But like when I did,
because God knew that you were too much of a good guy to be getting wrapped up in those demons.
Yeah, my stomach was hurting. I had headaches. I was irritable. You know what I mean? Like it's
get the fuck away from me.
It sucked not smoking vapes. You know what I mean? But I stopped, and now I refuse to buy one. Now, don't get me wrong. When me and my homies is on break and shit, and I'm smoking my little pen, and I see them with the vape, I might take a hit or two. I might take a hit or two. Just for old time's sake, you know what I'm saying? I might take a hit or two, you know what I mean? But I refuse to buy one. I do not own a vape. I didn't hit one today. You know what I mean? I don't have access to one, and I'm not gonna go buy one. I'm not fiending to go buy one. But if I'm with my homie and take a little hit, I'm gonna take a little hit. But I'm not gonna buy one. I refuse to go buy one. I'm not gonna buy one.
Well, if you have enough self-control, then God bless you. But a lot of people fucking don't.
It's the same thing with this liquor. Like me having access to all this liquor, I know people that they could never. They
Yo,
all,
there is
it's-
some people I guarantee that that you wouldn't be able to leave them in that room for 24 hours and trust they wouldn't drink anything. Like I'm telling you, like
I'm telling you, man. There's no way they can sit over here with all the. It's like a damn. He's got vodka.
man, if I just took a little bit out of every bottle, he'd never know.
He'd
Like,
never know.
I'm
He'd
telling
never
you, I'm
know.
telling you.
Oh my God!
I was 15 once stealing liquor from liquor cabinets. Yeah.
Oh my! Imagine my little sister come up here. He's got liquor.
Once she start drinking, you're gonna have to put a lock on that.
When I'm at work, she's gonna come up
You're
there.
gonna have to put a lock on that.
That's funny. I never even thought of that. I never
Uh-huh.
even thought of that. But she would. I don't think she would. But yeah, it's crazy.
If she was in New York, she'd be drinking by now. I'll tell you that. A little bit safer on the children's side out there in Michigan.
Yeah, it's a little more.
You grow up quick in New York City, dog. That shit hit you like a fucking fastball. You turn like 12 and a half, and
For more than 3 months
punches you in the face.
Yeah, coming at you.
Bring up this next topic. What do we got here? Breaking news.
After the Montgomery Riverfront brawl, charges have been filed against the riverboat's co-captain. Online court records show Damian Pickett is charged with third-degree assault. CNN is reporting that in a new complaint. One of the original defendants, Zachary Shipman, alleges he was not attempting to fight Pickett, all during an argument over a dockside parking spot. Shipman says he was only defending himself and suffered a bruised cheekbone after Pickett punched him in the face. That altercation quickly grew to an all-out brawl, all captured on video, igniting a social media firestorm.
Yeah, the first
Shipman
nigga that ever
was
swim to a
previously
fight.
charged with assaulting Pickett and is scheduled to go on trial later this month. He has pled not guilty. Pickett has not yet entered a plea. Well, more than 3 months
they
after
charged homeboy when he got sucker punched.
Yeah, they charged. So yeah, he got charged.
Where is this shit in New York? Because only in New
Montgomery
York do you get in trouble for getting punched.
And then this nigga here, I posted him on my story because I thought this was. He looked like a nigga that hit a nigga with a chair, bro. He looked like a.
So wait, hold up. Montgomery, where's that? Where is that?
I don't know. That's got to be Alabama, right?
For more than
I mean, I'm thinking. But yeah, that's crazy because like
brawl charges have.
Yo, it's crazy because like he really was just standing there and then he got hit in the face. Like, what? And then he defended himself? That's some New York shit. You can't defend yourself in New York. It's a retreat state.
Get the chairs ready. You ride at dawn. These niggas hate the internet.
Wait, no. Go to the top. Go to the top. That was the comment I was looking for.
What?
This is America where a black man can be attacked by 5 white people and still get charged with a crime.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for right there.
Yeah,
right there.
For real. I just
because I'm gonna just explain something to you, and I don't know where this actually happened, but there are states like New York, and I'm pretty sure California is the same, and there are plenty of other ones here in this beautiful United States of America that we live in. It's called a retreat state, right? So in New York, what they expect you to do is when you get into a situation like that, they want you to call 911, right? And then when the situation is escalating to the point of physical violence, they want you to run and just stay on the phone with the cops and hope they get there in time to save your ass. But we know, me and you know that it takes 20 plus minutes for a New York cop car to show up to any kind of scene anywhere, you know?
What did you say? I'm sorry. That hurt my head. Did you say it's a retreat state?
Yes. It's called a retreat state, meaning that if you get into a physical altercation with somebody, instead of firing back, say somebody punches you in the face, right?
That is the most pussy.
Look it up.
That's
Look it up right now.
biggest
Just
knock
type in,
against
just
New
type
York
in
I
NY
can ever
retreat
come
state.
up with, bro. That's the
Just
biggest
type in
knock.
NY retreat
It's a
state.
retreat. What type of? That shouldn't exist nowhere in America, my nigga.
What?
What?
There's plenty of states. I can't remember what color state. I'm not into the
who
politics
voted
thing.
for this? That I'm not that I should not be allowed to meet my. What are you saying? That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yo, this country,
it's called a duty to retreat. Yeah, it's
not
your
a duty
duty
to knock this motherfucker the fuck out
No,
for fucking with me. I don't got
it's
that duty.
your duty as a citizen and of America and a resident of New York State, or even a visitor of New York State, to retreat from physical altercations. Yeah. Now, me and you know that a lot of people don't follow that rule, just like a lot of people in California don't care about jaywalking. But
I have a headache.
yeah. So this is why I'm asking you where that was, because if that's a retreat state, then that guy being charged, as much as it shouldn't make sense, it makes sense. But other than that, if it's not a retreat state, that's a racial arrest right there. Like, to me, at least.
A retreat state.
Yeah.
Lord help us all.
Yep.
Well,
for example,
states.
right? In New York City, if somebody breaks into your house and you harm them, you go to jail. You can't hurt somebody that comes into your house. There's no stand your ground in the 5 boroughs. When you go upstate New York, like if somebody came onto my property and I told them to leave a few times and they didn't leave and they proceeded to come at me with physical aggression, I could shoot them and I won't go to jail, But New York City, different story. So yeah, it's
stand your ground. Michigan. I got it.
Oh yeah, it's Michigan is a stand your ground state. But Chicago isn't. Chicago's a retreat state. I mean, Illinois, rather.
You are non-lethal. Michigan is one of 26 states with a stand your ground law, an extension of the castle law doctrine. You have the right to protect my property.
Well, you have the right to protect yourself and anyone
protect people,
that is
not property. Protect people, not property. Can't use deadly force to protect their car or home.
No.
But I can use it to protect me.
Well, the whole thing with stand your ground is if you feel that your life is in danger or at great risk of bodily harm, then you're allowed to use deadly force. But before you pull that trigger, you have to remember that you're going to have to go in front of a judge and jury and explain that. So if you think your explanation is good enough, then go ahead and pull that trigger.
That's crazy. Crazy.
That's how it works. So if you feel that your life or your family's lives are at threat or at risk of great bodily harm, then you're allowed to defend yourself.
Yeah, I'm shooting you dead in the head. You come in my house and my shit.
Well, you got to make sure that you have your story straight.
There's no story. I know in my house.
I know.
I'm in my house. I'm high as fuck, smoking recreational marijuana. All right, I'm minding my business on my property. Right, and I got an alarm system, and my doors is locked. You heard me? And someone with a big foot said, "Boom!" and it came in my bitch. And then I said, "Boom, nigga, what's good? What's good?" Okay. All right.
There's a difference between there is a difference between states because stand your ground isn't the same in every single state. For example, in Texas, you can shoot through your door at the person that's trying to kick down your door and kill them, and it doesn't matter, right? And same thing in like Washington and a few other states. But there are certain states where you have to wait for them to step inside the house. The second they have 1 foot inside the front door, you're allowed to shoot them. Then there's certain states that don't allow you to shoot somebody that's retreating. Texas doesn't give a fuck. Texas doesn't give a fuck. If you go on someone's property in Texas You don't even have to have a sign that says private property. You put a little purple paint near the front entrance of your house and somebody enters, you have the right to shoot them. And it doesn't matter if they're running away or doing a dance or whatever, or protesting, don't matter. If you're on someone's property in Texas, they can shoot you. And I learned that by going to Texas and having Texans tell me how serious that shit is. You see that purple paint, you stay the fuck away from that person's shit because they will shoot. But yeah, it depends on where you are. And it depends on, like, you know, if you're in a city and whatnot. Most places that are in like condensed areas with high population, they'll require the person to step inside your home before you start busting down. So, you know, just do your research.
Yeah,
but hey, exercise your Second Amendment right to bear arms.
Exactly, because I think that Michigan does allow you, like, you can have your guns, you can be in your house. If someone comes in there, like, I just never heard of. I've heard cases of people getting clapped, home invaders getting clapped, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah,
like that's the end of the story. He tried, he failed. Happy day. Next story. Like that's the I've heard nothing else about it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I've heard plenty of those. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stories I like to see. You know
well, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to tell the full story, but I can't because I don't have the permission of the person who's the star of the story. But I had a friend of mine. I'll tell you the full story after the podcast. But I have a friend of mine that recently, within the past month, had a home invasion, and they shot the guy that came into their house. There were two people. Only the one guy got caught and went to jail. But yeah, it was a crazy situation. And I went to their house and I saw the bullets in the walls, and it definitely happened. There's a news article about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, shit, if somebody comes up in your house and you're in a stand your ground state, exercise your Second Amendment right.
And as a person like me, like, I'm very
and never talk to the police. That's the most important thing. Immediately you get a lawyer, and you make sure that your lawyer does all the talking for you, because you could say two wrong words in any type of situation at all and not be the aggressor in the situation, and they'll paint the picture on you. Because just don't play games with that shit. Don't ever talk to the police. Call the police, first of all. If you get involved in a shooting and your firearm is legal and you feel like that person might go call the cops, make sure you call the cops first, because that is the first thing that's going to make you look like the good guy. You know, if you don't call the cops, you might look like the bad guy. But anyway, long story short, exercise your Second Amendment right. God bless America. Go get yourself a gun and protect your family and your house. And
100%. You absolutely should. You know what I mean? I'm glad I live in a state that will allow me to do that, to have my firearm, to have my house, you know what I'm saying, and defend myself for the most part. You know what I mean? That's what I like. You know what I mean? I love New York, but New York doesn't allow you to be like a full-fledged man, in my opinion. You got to be like
it doesn't. See,
lower.
I commented something on a news article recently on YouTube, and it got like over 1,000 likes. And I wrote something along the lines of, you know, to exist in New York, to survive in New York, you either need to 100% comply by all the rules and be a total fucking loser, or you need to break all the rules to survive, you know? And, you know, for example, like, you can't always be paying for the subway or for parking or this and that, everything. Fuck you. Because if you pay for goddamn everything, you got to have nothing. All right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And it gets to the point. It's just crazy out here, dog. Like, you know, I'm gonna take that chips from the grocery store. Like, fuck y'all niggas. Like, you know, it's crazy out here. I'm not totally serious about all that stuff, but there's a reason why people like evade tolls and they don't pay for parking tickets, and they got license plate covers for speed cameras and all kinds of stuff, because it's just too much. You know, it's fucking $20 to go over the Verrazano.
Well, the license plate covers is $40, so I'll play that.
Yo, $23 to get into fucking Manhattan? You heard about that shit? They're trying to charge $23. Yo, let me just, I want to rant on this real quick. real quick. Then we'll go on to the next topic because I do gotta bounce here soon. But the New York thing, bro, they're trying to charge people $23 to get into Manhattan. All right. I get it. They're trying to make people take the public transportation more or whatever. But just think about it. All these people that work in these buildings and office jobs and all this stuff. Yeah. You don't want to be getting on the subway with a bunch of grimy motherfuckers. You know, it's just it's not clean. It's not efficient. It's still like 1970 down there, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's impossible to expect all these people to just switch over to public transportation. But now let's get on to the back end of things, produce, right? All the people that are bringing produce into New York City. There are a lot of places in New York where the buildings are so old and the water pipes are so old, they can't even use the sink water for drinking water or anything. They can't use it for cooking, nothing. So they have to get water shipped in so that they can cook, they can, you know, all this stuff. So there's a huge problem with that because now every truck that's coming in gets taxed $23, right? I'm not going to go exactly with the calculations, but I saw something like if a truck or 2 trucks from a company goes into Manhattan once a day, every week, 7 days a week, that company is now paying $50,000 more a year just to bring stuff into New York. So now you can only imagine that the produce that's already extremely expensive is going to increase in price, you know?
At least in Manhattan. Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the thing is that wages aren't going up. You know, just the cost of things are going up. So it's just a mishmash of bullshit. Mayor Adams has got to get the fuck up out of here. And Kathy Hochul is like the worst person on planet Earth. She needs to burn in hell. But you know, it's just we have a bad political situation going on
for the days
here.
of Giuliani, right? Yeah,
I mean, dude, even he's a little sketch, but I'd take him right now over anybody.
Yeah, it's fucking like Patrick guys. You take some of those guys over there.
But anyway, New York shitty is in shambles right now.
Yeah,
but
it is.
Go ahead, go on to the next topic.
Trying to merge with AI, but anyway, yeah, man. Charles, are you there, Charles? Please come in, Charles. Oi, Charles here with the news and the headlines to keep you lot informed, keep your head out of the sand and all that. But I'm really tired of the fucking headlines not really being here, bruv. Because you know what happened? I tried to get the new news for you lot, but there's not really much going on. It's either just bombs and Hamas, well, you know that's happening. Ceasefire is not going to happen, and people are dying and people are distracted as a whole. And honestly, man, the news outlets not really doing their job. So yeah, I got this for you though. Judge rules that the rapper Young Thug's lyrics can be used against him in a criminal court. Lawyers argue that the lyrics represent the rapper's difficult upbringing and are unrelated to the gang and all that. So they're using it as sort of a source for a character to establish the character and what, you know, the psychological makeup of the person that's standing trial. And I do believe to some degree that, you know, a person's music could be a representation of their psyche and how they you know, view the world in some ways. But I don't want them to be persecuting people. Like one of the comments also said, so oi man, so if a country music makes songs about drinking and driving, you should get arrested. Come on, can't we let them songs be songs? Anyway, next story up here. A new Gallup poll reveals that 70% of Americans support the legalization of marijuana. Ohio also has just become the 24th state in the union to legalize recreational use of marijuana. So yeah, man, Ohio, the fucking Buckeyes over there smoking some good jobs, I guess. I thought they would have been uptight, really. But that's all I got for you today. For more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Thanks.
Man, comparing gang violence to drunk driving is a little crazy to me. But also, in the same sense, like, I feel like, you know, rappers ruin it for themselves, dog. Like, you making all this legitimate money. Why are you going to the streets? You know, like a perfect example, Fetty Wap. Yeah. I shouldn't even need to say anything. If you don't know the story about Fetty Wap or who Fetty Wap is, Trap Queen, you know, go check it out.
Oh,
he made a bunch of legitimate money, and he tried to make more money illegitimately with his legitimate money by going back to the streets as some kind of kingpin or something. They figured it out real quick. Anyway, stop being some super gangster. Once you get rich, fall out of the shit and be like, listen, gang, I'm totally down with still, vibing with y'all and giving y'all money and shit, getting you up off the streets too. But I can't be involved with the banging,
The truth. The truth is that they identify with being a hood nigga. They identify with being a street nigga. And even if they don't want to be a hood nigga or a street nigga anymore, they don't have the confidence to change. The people around them aren't going to believe that they changed. They themselves are barely going to believe that they changed. Everyone that they talk to not going to believe that they changed. So now they're going to be seen as being fake while they're just trying to change themselves to better their lives. I'm now going to have to go through everyone in my life telling me now I'm being fake, telling me I'm changing. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to change it for the better. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to be a better person. But
it could definitely burn a lot of bridges, but that just goes to show the immaturity of some of these gangs and stuff. Like
that's
can't
the crabs in the barrel.
that
that's the crabs in the barrel.
You
that's
can't understand that he's bettering himself and still willing to feed back to y'all. Come on. Anyway, stupid shit. I see you got my stuff pulled up.
RainyDays.org, baby.
Got to get the ball rolling a little bit here anyway. I'm going to talk a little bit about Rainy Days, but I'd like to leak into what's going on in my personal life, like the stuff with the cabin and my property and stuff
That's
like that.
all a part of the brand, man. Who you are is what the brand is. You know what I mean? It's all connected.
So, first of all, if you click on the shirt there, it says shirt, and you go over to the next one. That shirt I just sent to the model, the Noble guy. He's going to model that shirt and send me pictures when he gets the chance. He's got his own business, so he's up over his head with stuff. So I'm just waiting for him to come back to me on that. I have wristbands back in stock on the store. What's it called? I don't want to get too personal with the location and stuff, but you know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. The local newspaper had approached me about my story, about traveling across America and rainy days and stuff like that. And they wanted to do an article on me. And, I had this whole personal situation with a lot of people around here not liking me for an incident that happened that was out of my control. No drugs or alcohol were involved or anything like that. But, somebody got hurt and people got really sensitive about something that was an accident. And, it kind of skewed my public image out here. So, they were really insistent on wanting to do a story on me. And I just couldn't do it. I said, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about it. I got a lot of people around here that don't really like me for stupid reasons, and they still followed me anyway. Huge shout out to this girl, Katie. I doubt you'll ever hear this, but I appreciate you approaching me and asking me about the story. And if I ever do find the confidence to not give a shit, I'll happily tell you the story. And I hope to, I don't want to speed up the process, but I'm writing a book. I don't think I talked about this on the podcast. I haven't been on the podcast since before Detroit. The last time I was on the podcast, I think I was in Minnesota. Just got out of handcuffs, fresh out of handcuffs. That was a fucking crazy situation. But I didn't even tell my road trip story really in full. Or a summary on it or anything. I'd really like to go off on that, but a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, back to the Rainy Days thing. I have some more designs coming out. I'm trying to make new hoodies because the hoodie that's out now is just way too ridiculously basic. And I appreciate anybody that has purchased it, but it's not artistic masterpiece by any means, So I have a new hoodie coming out really soon, and I don't know, I'm getting close to doing a big promotion, seeing where it goes, because I still have my trump card with the Goth Boy Click Kid. He still has to, he should be promoting my stuff when I ask him to, so hopefully that guy will pull through. But yeah, I mean, I've been just trying to stay consistent with scheduling posts on Twitter and Tumblr, and trying to be a little bit more active on Threads and Blue Sky. Rainy Days Reels is still very active.
Yeah.
Had a little disconnect with the guy that runs the Rainy Days AI page, Frustration, who's been on here a few times. We don't really talk anymore. Falling out over some really stupid stuff that I don't want to explain. $50 realistically, and I offered to give him $50. I didn't even take the $50 from him. Long story, but anyway, I offered to just give him the money that he lost and not talk to the person that he was bothered about, and wasn't enough for him. He wanted me to go ruin this guy's life or whatever. Anyway, long story. But yeah, back to the business. I'm gonna try and get some kind of AI program so I can start posting images on that page. I also have a huge archive of images in a Google Drive that he never uploaded to there that I'd like to use to continue that page. So I'm going to continue it. It's just I got work to do to make that happen. I'm wearing a Rainy Days shirt right now. It's not on there right now, but it is on the website. If you go to the website and click the store, you'll see the shirt that I'm wearing. But yeah, I've been keeping very consistent with posting on all the social medias and just making sure that I spread my seed. You know what I'm saying? Try and get it everywhere as much as I can. That shirt right there is the one that I'm wearing. But yeah, I just sent 2 shirts and a wristband to Walter. You know, got a lot of people always showing love and support, and I really appreciate that, especially as a small business and stuff. And you know, it was really hard for me to turn down that offer from the local newspaper, but I felt that it was best for me because I'm not like popular yet. You know, when the more popular you get, I feel like the more of a shield you get from people trying to drag your business down, you know? And if I was in the position now and I went into the paper expecting to get good publicity, I can only imagine that I would get more bad publicity than good from that. You know, right. And people would, you know, take pictures of it and post it on Facebook or something and try and make me look bad. And I don't have enough of a shield right now to afford that kind of negativity. So I need to kind of grow my brand more before I take advantage of things like that. But yeah, I'm writing a book about my road trip. I'm going to gear it towards the Rainy Days stuff and mental health and try and title it something Rainy Days related. Rainy Days is my life, man. I am the brand, you know? And speaking of my life and being the brand, I'd like to talk a little bit about the property that I have upstate and this little cabin that I built with my dad. He likes to call it a shed, but it's a cabin. A little 6x8, a small thing, you know. I'd like to actually send you a video. You're not going to be able to pull it up on the screen, but I'd like you to watch it while I'm talking about it. This is a place that I've worked really hard to make livable. It was very overgrown. It took me a long time and a lot of cases of poison ivy to clear it all out and, you know, build that little structure and even make a little bridge to gap over from the road to my property so that I can get my cars up there and stuff. And it was just a huge thing that I've been working on the past couple months since coming back. The text message just went through to your cell phone. The video explains stuff, but I would just mute it and I'll talk about it a little bit while you're watching it. But yeah, that's, you know, I have he's pulling it up on the screen. Oh my God.
MacBook, baby. MacBook, baby.
I'm crying. Well, I guess I don't really need to say much if you have the video there. But yeah, there's like a little shower there. There's, you know, I just have like the tools in the back. When I leave, I put those tools back in the shed. There's Sky, little baby girl. And then I got a generator over there so that I can cook food and charge my laptop and stuff. I use the generator during the day because it's a little loud. And then I have an electric generator for the nighttime that's very quiet, so I can charge things at night. But then there's water storage back there. That was a burn pile. That's the fire pit with a bunch of paper, because any paper that I use, I just put it in there and get it ready to burn. Then there's some storage in there. There's clothes, food, more food, tools, utensils for cooking food, weed whacker, and an axe and stuff for chopping wood, saw, and coat hanger. There's my little bed, and I got a laptop there with movies on it. I'm watching Sons of Anarchy at the moment. What I'm saying there is I'm going to raise the bed so I can put some of that stuff underneath, so I save a lot more space, But then there's the laptop there, and the solar generator and the solar panel, a little chair so I can watch movies and stuff, and fire extinguisher, a little toilet seat, for when you got to do the business. I got a radio with all the local stations written down on a piece of paper so I can find what music I want to listen to, and couple acres of goodness up there, about 4 football fields worth. It's beautiful.
There's a lot of space.
Yeah, and there's my little shack, little shack in the woods, and there's my Z, and my car and stuff. But yeah, that's my shit.
I fuck with it.
And I've been working hard on making that. That's all that. None of that is prefabrication. All of that is going to the lumber yard and buying lumber and putting a fucking shed together. Like there was no fucking blueprint or anything like that. Just kind of made it happen as we went along. And
just built that bitch. I love the tenacity of just fucking building a fucking little place. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not fucking easy, because when we got the stuff delivered there, I had to carry it all from the road all the way up onto the property. Every single piece of wood, every fucking piece of plywood, every fucking piece of 2x4, fucking 4x6, 4x8s, fucking rolls of tar paper, fucking everything. It was a big deal, It was a lot.
Hello? You cut off for a second. Can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I had an interruption.
Sorry.
But yeah, so that's what I've been working on, and I have a lot of stuff that I have to do with it still. I need to put some insulation in, because I went up there a few days ago. I've been trying to make it to where I can live up there longer term and really work on building the big house, because that's what I want to do. I want to build a full-sized house, so it's just a lot of work to take on when you don't live around there, and that's why we built that cabin, so that we can sleep up there for a few days and work a few days at a time without having to come all the way back home and then go all the way back up, and it's a long drive,
Yeah.
So, I have a lot of stuff up there now, so I can just go up there and hang out and work and do whatever I got to do, and I'm comfortable, but it's cold. It's getting real cold up there. It's about 28 degrees up there right now. So
yeah, I didn't see a lot of installation in there.
There's no insulation at all. But I just got a new Montclair, and I got a lot of nice hiking gear that it keeps me very warm. But the dog was shivering at night, so I had to come back, and I'm looking into insulation to buy, and I'm going to go back up there in about a week or two and install some insulation. And hopefully that's enough so that I can stay there longer term,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have
really
everything
dope,
up
though.
there.
That's
I got
really dope.
I got stuff up there to cook, and I got water. I have a river, a little creek that runs through the property, so I can just collect water from it, and I have water filters and stuff. And
that's amazing.
All the electricity that I use up there, I just go to the gas station. I fill up a couple jugs of gas and fill up the generator. And as for the electric generator, I use the solar panel, and I charge everything with the solar panel. I even have a little power bank, the cell phone size power banks.
How far is it from New York City?
About 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you could sell me about a little 5,000 square foot little square? I'll like pop a little put a little.
Hey, I'm
you know
telling
what I
you,
mean?
man.
Hey, it gotta be 4 football fields. Gotta be a little lonely up there, man. You know why?
There's a lot of space, man. There's a lot of space.
You know,
But
I mean,
you wouldn't be
got
the first person to ask that. I'm not gonna lie, already. But owning there are three things that I feel like are very important to own in a man's life, right?
Yeah.
First is a gun. Okay. When you get to an adult age and you start to really care about your things that you own and you start to build a family and stuff like that, fuck being in the streets and being around your friends and going out and partying and all that. I'm talking about being at home with the person you care the most about and a life you brought into this world and your prized possessions. You should be able to protect that stuff. Okay. So to me, one of the biggest things as a man is owning a gun. Number two is owning a piece of land to be able to freely use that gun and exercise your American rights. Because if you're in the city and you own a house, you barely own anything. All right.
Yeah.
I found out the other day that it's illegal in the state of California to collect rainwater on your own property because you don't own the water rights. The water rights have been sold to the state in the state of California. So they have the right to tell you whether or not you're allowed to collect rainwater. Now, don't get me wrong, people still do it, but I'm just saying that's craziness, you know? So
you can't tell me I'm not allowed to collect rainwater. Go fuck yourself.
Right. So anyway, owning your own land is very important. And, I'm not fully in that boat yet. My dad still owns the deed to the property and everything like that, but there's no reason for me to get that from him right now, and it'll come to me when it's time, so it is what it is with that. But anyway, it's important to own your own property. And I feel like it's made me feel a lot more American and a lot more of a man. And I have my own place to go and do things
what you want,
and not be bothered by fucking nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
believe
nobody's
me,
got it.
I know. I want it so bad,
dude. The best thing ever was this like 80-something-year-old lady that lives on the hill that I live on. She has like 40 acres, and she's like the old wise lady of the hill. Every time I have a problem or I have a question, I ask her and I say, hey, like, can I do this? I remember one day she finally got tired of me just asking, like, can I do this? And she was like, it's your fucking property. You could do whatever the fuck you want and nobody can tell you no. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, that sounds great. I'll just follow that motto from now on.
Yeah.
But it's a totally different feeling when you have the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and there's nothing that's going to stop you from doing that,
Yeah.
But anyway, leading on to my third thing. My third thing is a toy. All right. And I heard this from a couple old guys in a bar, and they explained to me how it's important when you're older to have things that make you feel younger, and to me, that's my car. And you've seen the car in the video. That's a 350Z. It's got low mileage. I had a lot of fun with it. I did a bunch of dirtbaggery with it for a long time. So, I've already had my fun with it. But you know what? I'd like to have my fun with it later on, too. So that's why it's been in storage for a really long time. And I also can't afford to drive it right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm broke as a joke, But it's nice to just have things and own them and take care of them and appreciate them. And I feel like that's why, not to get all religious and stuff, but I feel like that's why God has given me what I have, because I appreciate it, and I've changed and I've matured and I've become a better human for this planet. And that's why I've been blessed with the things that I have, because if I'm a bad person and all I'm doing is contributing negativity to the world, then why should I deserve anything? Not to say that negative people don't have things. They do,
They do.
It's unfortunate some of the richest people in the world are negative people, but I just feel like I've, in a sense, partially come to deserve the things that I have, But anyway, those are the three things. Just really some major way to protect yourself. It doesn't necessarily need to be a gun, And I don't want to be all fucking Second Amendment on you motherfuckers, you know? Just get something to seriously defend yourself. My boy Carl, I don't mean to snitch on you, dude, but you got like a machete and a crossbow. So I wouldn't want to come up in your house, you know? You don't necessarily need a gun to shoot somebody in the chest with a fucking crossbow, you know? So, you know, you don't necessarily need a firearm.
And that crossbow has killed a deer before. So if you think it it has a body on it already. So if you think that if you kill a deer, it could get you. Okay.
Well, that's definitely true, because there's cases where, you know, people struggle to put a deer down with a 22, but you shoot somebody with a 22, trust me, they're gonna be feeling it. Ping, 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 bouncing around like pinball. But anyway, yeah, it's important to have something to defend yourself and the people you care about and the things that you care about. And it's important to have your own thing, you know, like your own land, your own piece of somewhere, you know,
your own little, like you carve out when I've already envisioned having my house so many times. It was like, listen, it's not the biggest house, it's not the best house, but you see this little square on Google Maps. See this little rectangle
that's
right
my
there?
Square. That's my square.
That's my square.
But you know what I feel about that, right? Is that like that's just the beginning. You know, your first house. Because you're gonna buy a house, and it's very unlikely going to be in a.
It's not gonna be my end house. It's not gonna be the house I'm being forever.
Well, that too, but it's not gonna be in the middle of nowhere, and you're not gonna get all that land and all that freedom with it. You know, but you're going to be able to have a place where you can close the door and say, fuck everybody, you know, because you don't have to fucking worry about nobody coming up and bothering you unless you're fucking firing off nuclear bombs inside of your house, you know. But then the next level of freedom is really owning your own property.
Some land.
Dude, it is just a feeling. Like, I remember the first time I really went there and explored was when I came back from the road trip. I had gone there once with my dad. We went on a road trip to North Carolina, actually, to see Noble and to see my dad's brother who lived around there at the time. And so we drove to North Carolina. I drove most of the way, and then on the way back, I drove back, and he fell asleep. And instead of driving straight back to New York, I drove up to the property because I knew where it was. I'd just never been there, you know? Yeah. So my dad wakes up and we're on the property, and I'm like, hey, check it out. You know, he's like, what the fuck? You know, he was so pissed. But, you know, gave him a beer and we broke it in, and, you know, he started talking and telling me the story about how his dad got it and stuff. And his dad bought it fucking 50, 60, 70 years ago for like $5,000, you know, and which nowadays is still about $50,000, but the property's worth about $200,000, you know. Yeah. So anyway, that was the first time I went up there, but I never really explored, you know. And then when I got back from the road trip, I never even went home. Like, the first place I went, I actually drove all the way down to almost South Carolina from Michigan to go see Max, the wonderful man that I told you about who blessed me with my Second Amendment right.
Oh, yeah,
So I went to go see Max, and on my way back up, I had to drive past New York City to go upstate to go to the property. I didn't even care. I didn't want to go home. I hadn't slept in a bed in 100 days. I didn't want to go home. I wanted to go there because I wanted to feel the liberty of knowing that I'm going to put something here. There was nothing there at the time, you know?
Yeah.
It was all overgrown and fucking, I have pictures of it before I started manicuring it, you know, but it was crazy. I mean, I got fucking severe poison ivy, and my dad did too when he came up there and worked with me. It was, you know, my dog was covered in ticks. Like, I'm talking like 20 ticks, you know. It was crazy, but it was all worth it because now it's, you know, to the point where it's enough where I can go up there and enjoy myself and cook a meal and watch a movie. And I always make sure I keep a little weed up there. I have a full gallon of Captain Morgan unopened sitting there waiting for me when I come back, you know.
Nice.
It's fucking ready. All I gotta do is drive up there, park my car. And to me, bro, that's like the old man fucking goal. That's like a man cave, you know what I'm saying? I just drive up there, fucking go get drunk and have a giant pallet fire and watch fucking cool old movies, and you know, it's fucking, I fucking love it, man. And nobody can bother me, and it's just so peaceful and tranquil, you know. And not even like going there, but having the ability, having that on the back burner of
Yeah.
whenever I'm just like fed up with people, I'm just like, I could just go up there right now, but I won't, maybe not, if somebody pushes me a little farther, I'm gonna go up there,
Yeah.
But it's great to have as an escape,
Yeah.
as like I don't need to deal with this right now. I'm gonna
I
just
see
go
the
up to the
Captain
cab.
Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, yeah, man. Not to mention there's like a dispensary right across the border, about 45 minutes away.
Silly as
So
hell.
but yeah, I mean,
That's dope.
it's just a great thing to have, and it's a great place. I'm very happy to have it, and
I'm really happy
blessed.
that you had your vision and you're slowly bringing it into manifestation.
Yeah, it's not even done yet,
you
dude.
gotta
I'm not
respect
gonna
that.
lie. I have so much
But you got it going.
work.
You got the ball rolling. That's what starts.
I did get the ball rolling. You're right. That's
what
one of the
matters.
hardest
One
things.
step. One step is gets one step after the other. One step after the other. Problem solving. Keep at it. Maybe stay relentless, man. Shout out to Rainy Days. Coast go follow homie. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Please go check out Rainy Days on everything except for Twitter is Rainy Day. If I'm not on there as Rainy Day or Rainy Days, then I'm not on there. You heard. But you could find everything important on the website, rainydays.org, right there. New hoodies and a new shirt coming out soon for sure. And hopefully more than that.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the spotlight. I'll pass you the mic.
Bro. Yeah. I've been working on, here's what I'm gearing up for. Like, I just took 2 days off next week. One of them is going to be on some kind of, all right, so Monday, the day I took off next week, I have an appointment with this place now. I've shown y'all this place before, and I told y'all I was going to make this my spot. I already went there before and got a full tour of the place. You know what I mean? But this is the spot that I'm going to Monday, where I'm going to actually finally start the membership, because the last time I went there, I didn't have wireless mics. I didn't have gimbals and like I do now. I didn't have this iPhone when I went there. I didn't have this MacBook. I didn't have Final Cut Pro. You know what I mean? I didn't have that box light that gives soft light. That's soft lighting me up right now. I didn't have all of these things. You know what I mean? So I still need more things, but I have enough with the 4K camera and the gimbals and the wireless mics to make some videos, to make some skits, to make some content, to do like a one-on-one interview with somebody in one of these rooms, sit down and talk to them. You know what I mean? Or to make content and videos on my own. I could do it. You know what I mean? And I could make office style humor if I wanted to. So some of the spaces, you know what I mean? I'll have access to this whole place for the membership. So I'm gonna start it next week. You know what I mean? The membership and starting it, having them pay, I think it's like $125 a month. Is gonna like hopefully make me want to make the most of it. You know what I mean? So I got to pay for it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get that shit rolling.
See, I gotta give you the kudos for that, because I'm to the point where, I've put a lot of money into my business and haven't seen enough return, and I'm definitely like slowing down the pouring money into the no return. And you're about it. You're gonna put $125 a month into this place, knowing you're not gonna get that back right now. But you're going to do it anyway, because you're going to want to better your business through it,
Yeah, because that now I have a place to host my podcast. Like this room in particular. Let me see if they got this room in particular that I plan to use.
So what's the deal? Where's the guest list, bruh?
This one here. You know what
I think I've been out, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 weeks now, and I haven't seen no guests. Guess that.
I haven't been asking anybody to come on. You know what I mean? I haven't been, because I've been prepping for this. This is what I kind of don't want. Like, I'm okay with being just myself on the show when it's to the camera thing, because I was getting used to it, and I was using the topics to be like, I was all thinking about and I use a different software that allows me to pause it and continue, even though it's still a long podcast, but so that I can better make it for clips for later, so I can learn to make clips with it. You know what I mean? So I was going to use the podcast when it's just me on there to help generate the clips from it. You know what I mean? And then when I had like the real podcast, I was going to have it in a real space with the real mics, with like a real podcast. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying my podcast is real, but I'm just saying like I was prepping for this transition. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start getting familiar with the space, familiar with the people, shooting the sketch. You know what I mean? Eventually getting the mics that I need for the real pod, getting the audio interface, getting the camera. I did my research on the camera. This is the camera I'm getting. It's the Sony Z ZV or the ZV. Yeah, ZV. There you go. This one right here. This is the camera. I was trying to get a cheaper one, you know what I mean? Like a used one maybe, but this is the one that I'm gonna get for my podcast. As far as yeah, it's got to be a cheaper one. I thought it was cheaper than this. Yeah, still costs a lot, but I guess it's a brand new one. But yeah, this is the camera that I'm gonna use for my different angles of my podcast. So I want about 3 of them, you know what I mean, at least, you know what I'm saying, and they don't overheat, because the thing is cheaper cameras, but the main problem is a lot of them have a 30-minute record limit. This has no record limit, and a lot of them they'll overheat or something, and this has the ability to be powered through like a USB thing, or I can get a dummy battery, so I don't got to worry about power. I don't got to worry about record limits. All I got to do is have a good a good memory card in there, and Sony is like one of the leaders in autofocus, so it's gonna be in focus. You know what I mean? All I gotta do is just get the cameras and set them up, and it's not gonna be. And the other thing is, I'm gonna have a different camera for my YouTube videos or for certain other things, but just for my podcast setup, because I've learned in my research that you don't need your podcast to be in 4K. Like you can do that if you want to. I'm gonna still do that in the future, but like no one's really watching your podcast. As in, like, even when they watch your podcast, even the podcasts that do get watched, mad views, they're still not really watching OD. Like they might have it on the TV.
Well, I like to refer to podcasts as like background music.
Exactly. That they have it on the TV. They'll go be doing something. They'll have it on YouTube and be playing a video game and be looking at it. They'll look at it, but they're not sitting down watching it like they like YouTube videos that are like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. No, they're watching that screen the whole time. You know what I mean? So for those videos, maybe you want a higher bit, but for you, but for podcast video, it's a longer thing. You know, it's okay to be 1080p, sharp 1080p, but just 1080p. You know, just a sharp, clear, nice image. You don't got to be all fucking 4K, because the data too. Like when some of these podcasts, when I'm doing, even just with this using my phone as the webcam, if I have it set to 4K and I do an hour and a half, it'll say 16 gigabytes for one podcast. And if you think 16 gigabyte and 100, that's a lot. It's a lot. It's going every week. Like you can't be doing that, dog. Can't be doing 2 hours of 4K
even crazy
footage.
To me to think about the fact that somebody could possibly store that much data for one podcast. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah.
That's thinking about from where we came as kids when they used to make 2 gigabyte little thumb drives, you know, and think about fucking 16 gigabytes for one fucking video. God damn.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half video at 4K and 16 and a half gigabytes for one video.
Yeah, we've had 2.5 hour podcasts.
You know what I mean?
So it's even being generous. Probably be like a 25 gigabyte file.
But a lot of those weren't in 4K. I wasn't recording in 4K. You know what I mean? Like this camera here, I'm not sure what it's on, but I'm using Zoom now. See, the other software gives me more control over the resolution that I'm recording at. I don't even know. I'd have to look in to Zoom, because I haven't been recording on Zoom for a while. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the camera I'm going to use. So I'm doing that shit next week. It's the camera I'm going to use, and yeah, my plan for next year. Well, I'm taking that Tuesday. I'm taking off, and I might take a couple more days off this year just to make sure I'll be able to do this. So next year is 365 days next year, and I want to drop a bare minimum of 365 reels, and I want to have those reels already ready before the year starts. You know what I mean? Whether it's now these reels, these 365 reels, they can be Freestyle Friday clips, they can be podcast clips, they can be driving freestyle clips, and um some Omegle freestyle clips. Although, so I'm trying to work up some of those too, some freestyle. But really, what I want is freestyle clips on Omegle or an Omegle equivalent site where people get a reaction. I want clips of those. I want podcast clips, and I want Freestyle Friday clips, and I want 365 of them. One of these three varieties ready to go before next year drops. You know what I mean? And also, I just figured out how to do like some little voiceover things. You know what I mean, on the Instagram app itself. So I want to have these ready so that I can also drop regular reels daily. You know what I'm saying? Whether me talking shit about something, reacting to something. You know what I mean? So that I can hit. I want to do. I'm just gonna try it out. I want to do a full reel assault on Instagram. You know what I mean? And see what becomes of it. I'm gonna keep it off my posts. My posts are still gonna be limited to Freestyle Fridays and Written Wednesdays and some stats and updates and brand announcements. I'll keep but the reels category, you know what I mean, it's about to get flooded. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play one 30-second reel that I just did today, like maybe like 3 hours ago. Like I literally, and that's the thing I love about how I know I'm gonna do so many of these besides the ones that are based on content that I already have, like new reels, because of how easy it is. Like I just seen the video, I just hit the remix, I just did the voiceover, all on the phone. You know what I mean? And boom, it's out. You know what I mean? Like it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to get better at voiceovering things and finding perspectives on things, but that comes with practice. So I'm gonna play this video real quick. It's real short. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, this is why I never fucked with the Fire Nation. Oh, what the fuck they got going on, man? That's how they eating the Fire Nation. Yo, this the new trend. They gotta have some Indian nigga put some hot green leaf in your mouth. That shit can't taste that good. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? Oh, you a grown ass man, bro. You gay. You just wanted this to happen. That's the truth, my nigga. Look, he don't give a fuck if you live. He don't give a fuck. Look, straight face. Straight face nigga, take this flame in your mouth. Nigga, take this flame the fuck out of here. Yeah, think about life. Think about life, you meathead. What the fuck is good with you? anyway. I just pulled the shoes.
One thing I'd have to suggest is you're already doing it, but definitely try and wear your Charlie G shirt as much as possible whenever you're making reels.
Yeah.
Promote yourself.
Yeah. As opposed to this one, what I did, where I was just
the privilege of being alive is extraordinary because most Richard Dawkins waxes poetic on this. The number of people who could exist in the combinations of the human genome vastly exceeds the number of people who have ever been born or likely will ever be born. In other words, most people who could ever exist will never exist. So we are alive against, as individuals, against stupendous odds. We won the lottery. We will die.
I fuck with homie. But yeah, anyway, but now what you call it? But yeah, just making these reels. And I ordered, like I said, I ordered a CharlieGtv hoodie. I ordered 5 more black shirts like this one.
Did you get any reversible shirts?
I should have got a reversible one so that it pops up on. I'm still gonna get those. I'm gonna get those. You know
Damn,
I mean?
you still haven't got one? Because I noticed it. You'd be posting some videos, and I'm like, bro, that shit backwards.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't get it is because like at a point in time I had switched my camera to the back. You know what I mean, where it was looking normal for a little bit. So, but then the reason I stopped doing that is because Instagram still wouldn't let me boost my Freestyle Fridays, even when I had using the back camera, the best camera on the iPhone 14 Pro. They were still like just finding something wrong with it, telling me to go fuck myself. So I was like, fine, I may as well just flip it back around to the selfie camera so I can at least see and interact with people more when they join in, because I couldn't even see what the fuck was going on. when it was flipped to the rear. So yeah, that's when I ended up. So now I'm back in need of a reverse shirt. You know what I mean? So that it can But yeah, then I need to revive about a reverse hoodie and shit. But then it looks dumb in real life. In real life, that's gonna look dumb with them reverse shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's only look good on cam, you know, and only on camera on Freestyle Friday too. Because if I wear it on a regular camera on the podcast, it's gonna look retarded too. You know what I mean? So it's really a specific use case. It's really just a Freestyle Friday shirt for real, for real. You know what I mean? When I think about it, you know what I mean? So, you know, but it does make the difference for that Freestyle Friday. It does make that difference. You know what I mean? It would. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm going to do a full real assault. You know what I mean, on Instagram, and as well as me getting that shit open for the podcast. You know what I mean? And then once I get that open, and I get I'm gonna start. Because I got mad people that want to come on the podcast, but especially in Detroit, I got mad people that want to come on my podcast, man. Oh, I haven't anyone that I've asked about coming on I haven't gotten anyone that said no. Only people that said no was my family, my fucking haters. I've never asked someone. I don't think let me think. Let me think though for a second.
And your haters be the closest people.
Who have I asked that has said no?
You know what I've been thinking about? You know, bouncing back to my brand is like my dad has asked for a shirt and a hoodie a few times, and I'm sure my mom would like one too, but I just like my designs are not for older people. I was thinking about making something that's more age appropriate for like 50 plus, you know?
Yeah.
And trying to figure out how to kind of gear that. Because like you think like there's so many brands, like for example, Polo, right?
Yeah.
The Polo, the collared shirt with the 2 buttons and the little horse, you know, no crazy rugby shit going on. That can be worn by a 18-year-old kid going to a family party or a fucking 65-year-old man going to the deli, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a very age diverse, small design, nothing crazy going on there, but people fucking love it and they pay $85 for a polo shirt, you know? So I'm trying to kind of think about how to hit that bracket. You know, it's a very, very, very small niche that you can do something that will be appreciated by that vast of an age group, you know? So I'm speculating. The gears are turning. I'm fueling the fire on that idea. But I'm not sure how I'm going to deliver it or when it's going to be done. But yeah, I'm trying to appeal to all ages and all ethnicities and all, you know, men and women and kids and whatever. I want everybody.
What about the non-binaries? What about us? I'm
playing. Burn in fucking hell.
Come on,
put them all on an island and blow it up.
Transgenders have rainy days too, you know.
Oh my God. I saw a clip recently of this guy who was trying to look something up on stream, and a fucking thing came up like transgender takes it in the butt or something. It was like the you know, it was obviously a little bit more vulgar than that, but I don't want to be dropping bombs. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious. It was on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, shit, man. I wish that I could be on the podcast every week, but I just don't have the time right now with everything that's going on. And you know, pretty much every weekend I'm trying to go upstate and do stuff. And there's no service at all up there, which is also so peaceful. Nobody can bother me, you know? And I have all the reasoning in the world to say, hey, I don't even have any service and I'm up here doing things for myself. So I'm sorry, you know? Like, but it's just, yeah, definitely feels a lot better to be able to do stuff like that. Don't want to go too far off topic. You're on your brand, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the podcast is transforming to a different thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a real. It's gonna be real in a couple months. I'm lining it up. The reason why I'm doing a 100 station now is because really, even though I do plan to hopefully start sometime early next year, with hosting real podcasts in that space, I'm really shooting for sure for next summer. You know what I mean? Because summertime is more like easy to get people out the house, and it's not as cold and shit. You know what I'm saying? Easier to like I could call it like the pregame. You come to my podcast. Now we drink. You know what I mean? We could drink in the building. We can't really smoke like that in there, but we could drink. We could smoke on the balcony though, but we can't smoke in the rooms or whatever. You know, you can get your little drink on. I mean, then go enjoy the rest of your Friday night or your Saturday night or whatever. You know what I mean? After the podcast with your little buzz, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's gonna be fantastic, man. I'm telling you. The other reason why I wanted to start with the reels is because the reels, on average, for whatever reason, they do tend to get more views than even the regular shit I do. They get more views. They possibly get more likes. Also, there's less investment. Like, so I give less of a fuck. You know what I mean? See, my Freestyle Fridays, you know, whether you realize it or not, I put a lot of work into them. You know what I mean? So I give more of a fuck about how those do. These reels, I don't give a fuck how that one thing. I took me like literally from the moment I was thinking about doing this reel to doing it, like all of 5 minutes, and boom, the reel is up. Like, how much can I care about 5 minutes of effort? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But these other shits would be 20 minutes, would be 15 minutes. I spent mad time looking at the beat, picking the beat, or doing the thing. Like, I spent mad time. So I feel more of it. But like this one here with the 813 likes, I did nothing here. I was in my break time at lunch. You know what I mean? And I put this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much do I give a fuck about? Like, I don't, but it got 410 views, way more views than this shit I do care about. Likes over here. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but I've been examining my channel, and I was trying to figure out why I need to get back on my Written Wednesdays. I need to get back to mixing up the content on my Instagram, because I think that's why my engagement is going down as opposed to how it was when I had my Written Wednesdays to mix it in there with and my other things. You know what I mean? Because you know, variety is the spice of life. You know what I mean? So I've been thinking about the content I put out on my Instagram and how to make it more varied and drive more engagement on my page. You know what I'm saying? So definitely I'm gonna go with the reels, because the reels lead to more accounts coming to my page. The reels lead to more likes. The reels are more algorithm friendly. You know what I mean? And it'll help. I feel like it'll help. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get up on there and start get it pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the different accents, the voices, and the shit. I'm gonna do mad shit. I'm gonna do mad dumb shit. You know, I'm gonna do mad wild funny shit. You know what I mean? But while also just doing my best not to. I don't want to preach anything like bad to the people, so I'm not gonna be trying to be too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. What am I gonna play? What am I gonna play? What am I gonna play? I really gotta pee. So look, I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play. You know, fuck it. I'll go back. I'll play a Written Wednesday. I'll play a Written Wednesday, and then I'll go pee, and I'll come back. Just don't know which one. Let's go with this one. No, you know, let's go with the old one. Oh no, that was too slow. Well, you know what? I'll go with this one. My dancing ass. That's another thing too. I used to remember my Written Wednesdays. Like, you know how much work I would put into the Written Wednesday to get 14 likes, man. The Written Wednesday used to be killing me, man. I would get so much work. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, it's relentless. There's so many people that would have gave up. You know what I mean? There's too much work and too much effort put in for too little response, for too little rebuttals. You know what I mean? For too little feedback, for too little return on investment. This is a podcast. The episode, $36 a month I've been paying for 2 years plus for this podcast to exist on Spotify and all these other. Now I'm about to do this. Like, you know, there's mad much opportunities for giving up and not continuing. But anyway, that's just not who I am. So enjoy this Written Wednesday, and I'll be right back. Welcome to Written Wednesday. Bi-weekly event, y'all already know. Let's get it.
Brooklyn, nigga. New York, nigga.
Came in this bitch to be all that I can be. Next man up representing the family. All on my grind like I don't have a plan B. Why would I need it? Just sweeter than candy. Out of my hustle when y'all never ran me. Never. First time in the woods feel like Bambi. Now I'm the one that was killing the family. Wearing petite like I needed some dance sleep. Look at the killer, she scream like a banshee. Flicking my tongue just to tickle her fancy. Fuck off her purpose, I do not take Xannies. Over since big, got me stacking the plan B. Over them legs for me. Lollipop. I'm licking that pussy like candy. Run through my mouth, but no, she never ran me. Feeling you mouth, but I really want Grammy. Time to get active, I'm getting right to it. Stewing alone, just me and the music. Smoking and thinking, I feel like Confucius. Machiavelli, more time to get ruthless. Can I talk to him? We just got excuses. Talk cheap, bro, gotta go prove it. I'm all on your timeline acting a nuisance. Shout out to niggas that actually use it. 2 weeks later, I'm back with some new shit. This one is different, I made some improvements. Giving my heart and my mind to the movement. I'ma start making wish, I'll do the shoe and hit that little dance move. Clap, clap, yeah, I love how you do it. Popping no beat cause she feeling the music. Why would you actually know that it's movement? Yeah, nigga, like taking candy from a fucking baby. Shit different out here, my nigga. Nigga leveling up, got my own little studio and shit. Nigga, it's over for y'all niggas, man. It's fucking done. Fucking nigga, hold up. Matter of fact, Charlie. Yeah. Told me this shit is a rap like a lollipop. I am not dancing, that's just how my body rap. Remember, look around for shit that was on the block. Too many intense and attendance is probably cop. House party, glad I was never shot. Trigger for lovers that dance to the party stop. Couple of hoes sit around, get their party top. Soft in the middle and pink like a lollipop. Pressure. Charlie G, I'ma get it together. Bet on me, I'll be shining forever. Every week I improve cause I'm clever. Got the fire for every endeavor. Tony said I'm a hell of a fella. When Wednesday, it's time to get cheddar. Let's do it. Is this nigga dancing on a brain? Let's do it. Hey. Go stupid. Okay. Charlie. Hey, let's do it. Welcome. Oh my God, so retarded, man. So retarded. Yeah, I was dancing on a branch in the middle of a forest and shit for 14 likes. That shit is hilarious. Let me get back to the problem.
Hey man, one day you'll blow up. People will find that shit and it'll be hilarious.
That's all I be thinking too. I'll be like, man, when it's all said and done, I ain't trying to hear none of that luck shit. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear none of that luck shit. I'm really not. You know what I mean, because me making it this far for this many weeks was not luck, my guy. I mean, it was because I could have died on it, but you know, it's not luck. It's not. Come on, son. Come on now. Anyway,
in the 90s, all the main hip-hop stars were rapping conscious. So there was the Brand Nubians, it was the Poor Righteous Teachers, it was Ice Cube, it was Arrested Development, it was X-Clan, it was Queen Latifah. Black was in. So whenever the enemy seen that, wait a minute, this is not just some mumbo jumbo over top of some stolen instrumentals from jazz beats. This hip hop thing really has sway over people and can shape and mold public opinion. They can create a revolution with this rap. So they seen that as the dominant artists had an alliance with consciousness and the nation, they seen a transformation taking place among black people. Black people wasn't eating no pork. X caps everywhere, African medallions everywhere, brother and sister. Everybody was talking about struggle, freedom, independence, doing for self. And they knew that they couldn't allow that to remain in existence. So they hijacked conscious, inserted gangster. Now you got drill and selling dope, womanizing and abusing, and verbal pornography is the new style of music now. Why? Because they know music is the most effective teacher on the planet. Ain't nothing more effective of teaching than music. The minister said this, he said, one good rap song is worth more than 1,000 of my speeches.
Good rap song. Good rap song worth 1,000 of your speeches, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But my argument with this has always been hip hop. Like, yeah, they could have corrupted it. Yeah, they couldn't have, but the people bought into it. The people like it. The people want to hear, you know what I mean, the stuff that's leading to their downfall for some reason. They don't want to, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop is also down in records sales. That's like, I think it said like 40% down, as opposed to how it used to be. So like, hip hop is like losing popularity. You know what I mean? I think it's because it's becoming really empty and it lacks any like hip
Well,
hop
I
used
think
to
it's
have.
become very repetitive. You know.
Yeah, very, very repetitive, and it also lacks the yeah.
No, that's all I really had to say. I came to a point where I gotta get on the road, but I'm still here. I got headphones with me, and my service seems to be okay. So,
All right, all right. But yeah, it's about to end anyway. But yeah, what you call? I just wanted to touch on that for a second because it's like I I make music in this modern hip hop game. You know what I'm saying? And I make music for me in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's stuff that I need to express, that I need to get off. You know what I'm saying? And but sometimes I make music to hope that maybe other people will enjoy this. They'll like this vibe. Like this is a good track or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And but when you make music for them and all that they seem to like is bullshit, then you feel like to make something that they like, you got to make bullshit. I don't really get excited to make bullshit. You know what I mean? So
well, you
that
notice how there's a lot of artists that'll have like
not gonna lie, you sounded like that. Remember
some
that
music,
podcast?
and then they'll have some bullshit. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Oh, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, yeah. You remember that? Remember that dude that had tuner from Atlanta? What was his name? Walt? No,
Oh
not
my
Walt.
God,
It was,
no,
oh yeah, it was Big
don't,
Walt. It was Big Walt.
no, 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 no. Don't refer me to that. Oh man, I'll
Yeah,
keep it muted.
nah, it's all right. I said, listen, we already rocked out a good amount, even though this software doesn't tell me how long. How long? You fuck face. Not telling me. I'm gonna stop the share. Maybe if I stop the share, it'll tell me. Nope, still not telling me. Yeah, that's why I like the other software better. That's why I stopped using. I should probably stop paying for Zoom, but without paying for it, I'd never be able to.
What's the other software that you're using?
It's just a screen recording thing. You know what I mean? So it doesn't. It's not really comparable. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the same capabilities and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's not doing this whole internet connecting call thing. All it's doing is recording my screen, using my phone as a webcam and the audio interface, and then like just pulling up the topics on the side. So it's a more local operation that version of the podcast. But that 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 software, like it allows me to choose which webcam I want to use, which resolution it's recording at. You know what I mean? It lets me choose, where I want my picture to be and stuff in certain ways. I don't know, and it's just easier. I found it easier to use than Zoom, and it give me better quality. It was giving me better quality. But Zoom is better for connecting with people. You know what I mean? It's better. I couldn't find an alternative anyway. But yeah, man, I'll just do the Zoom every once in a while. Let you tap in with the pod. But the pod is mostly gonna be the in person and then maybe some solo joints. I mean, I would do some solo joints over there, but I just don't want to pay for studio time to be one person there. That's retarded. Like I don't know. I might could just use one of their desks for that. You know what I mean? Same way how I'm at this desk recording right here with this background, whatever. I could, if it was just me recording my podcast alone, I could be at that place at a desk doing this exact same thing, like just me recording. There's no reason I couldn't do that. I don't need to rent a desk. Like you have access to whatever desk is available, whatever thing is available. But it's just those rooms. You got to rent those rooms. You know what I mean? So I could film all around there all the time. I could film my podcast all the time if I want. You know what I mean? It's just when I want to record with a room locked off with my people in there, I got to pay like I don't know, $30 an hour, 25, 30. I don't remember. I know it wasn't more than 30, 35. But yeah. And also you get free points for that room with the membership. You know what I'm saying? Like you get free points. Like I don't know how many you get. Like you get some every month. Like so if I start the membership now, I'm gonna ask me. That's another question. I'm gonna ask me if the points roll over. Because if I start the membership now, and I don't really start booking people for the, and I really start doing the shit till like let's say March. Then those points will I then have like some free room, trying to get a couple free podcasts in there, you know what I'm saying? Before I got to start paying and shit, I'd appreciate that. You know what I mean? As opposed to having to just pay every single time I'm having a pod. You know what I mean? Because that shit killing me. That shit gonna kill me, man. It's gonna kill me. But I bet that's gonna motivate me to make sure the pod make money. I gotta edit it right and fucking get the clips out and do the algorithm shit and grow the shit. I gotta make it make money. That's all. Just gotta grow the platform. You know what I mean? It's the cost of doing business. But yeah, let me start the outro music. That who knows if it's gonna come on. I might have to edit it in later. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Zoom with the record software. The music work every time. You know what I mean? But hey, I appreciate you tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? For another pod. I have a very fun day lined up for myself after this pod, and it's gonna be fantastic. But yeah. Until next time, remember you gotta go follow Rainy Days and shit. You know what I mean? And, yeah, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you for having a lot of stuff going on in my life, so I got to keep going with mine. Then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, no doubt. You know we here for you. Yeah, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of all, thanks for listening.